All right. What is up, everyone? What is up, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to as I'm stretching and to the streaming. Good morning. Yeah. What am I doing with my life? Good morning, everyone. And welcome to the stream. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic morning, afternoon. Man, it might not be evening. If it's the evening for some of you guys, man, you guys are super East Coast boys. So, East Coast boys and girls. But no, seriously, welcome, guys. Good morning. Hope all of you guys are doing okay. I am up. I am here. I am ready to go. I had a light breakfast of 1 banana. I've got a ton of water that I'm drinking. I'm ready to go. I had to brush my teeth. I don't know. I had to brush the teeth. I was feeling a little bit I was going to brush it after I was done with the stream, but I'm like, you know what? Can't be having that morning breath killing you guys. So even though you guys are watching on video, you can't smell my breath, but still, there was still something to me. I had to still just do it, you know? So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed. I got my potassium. I got my water, brushed my teeth. You know what I'm saying? I got my products. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right. I'm ready to do this stream today. Okay? I'm ready to do this. I don't know why you'd pull an all-nighter simply to watch a Kirby stream, but you know what? The dedication is there. The dedication's there. I saw Cyber Taurus came here first. What's up, Cyber Taurus? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Dior? What's up, Bad Scent? Welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Pensers? Getting the morning workout. Yes, sir. There you go, Pensers. Alan Ruiz is here. Pyro Cruz. Dream a little. Mo. Tyrannus, what's up, man? Been a while since you've been on my streams. Glad to see that you're still grinding. We out here. Let's go. Welcome to the stream. Ranavir, what's up, Ranavir? Welcome. Double M. What up, Double M? Ray B. Justin is here. Games pulled an all-nighter. Yo, let's go. Pull an all-nighter to get this done. Let's go, baby. Yeah, we ready. We ready, man. We ready for this. We are ready for this. We are ready for this all day. That's it. Shout-outs. Wyatt Montgomery, Epic Globster. The show officially starts in about 1 hour and 10 minutes. So, mods, let people know. I didn't put up the display and all that. I'm not doing the time zone thing today, guys. If people ask, I'll just let them know exactly like when it's happening, or mods will. So yeah. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the show. Let's start with some predictions. What do you guys think is gonna happen at the show? Let me know in the chat. It's just Super Smash Brothers, okay? Oh my god, there is no Super Smash Brothers. Sorry, my brain malfunctioned. There is no Super Smash Brothers at this event. It's just Kirby Air Riders, okay? Kirby Air Riders. No Smash, Kirby Air Riders. Sakurai is making Super Smash Brothers, but it's not right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not right now. So, so yeah. So, but it's all good. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I hope this hour feels almost new. I think you meant filled with new content. I don't know why. I mean, he might repeat a few different things, like just like the basics. But I'm going to assume that Sakurai already assumes that we watched the first one. So I don't think it's just going to be talking about the same stuff over again. I mean, and if it was, I don't think it'd be 1 hour long. I think that this is definitely going to be a bunch of new content. But to be honest, they've never done this before. The only game that I can think of where they did anything close to this is Super Smash Brothers, which is once again Sakurai's game, where they just have like these massive presentations that are as long as Nintendo Directs. Sakurai can spend up to 35 to 45 minutes on one character in Super Smash Brothers. So I'm pretty sure if Sakurai wanted to, he could make another one of these. But I really think it's a Sakurai thing more so than it's a Nintendo saying, hey, do this thing. I think it's just him saying, hey, I'm gonna do this. So I'm almost positive, because Nintendo doesn't even do it with their own games. And they sure as heck won't talk about them for 1 hour. Like, there's never been a single Nintendo Direct based on a game that was an hour long. Like, not even close. Tops, I think the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was 20 minutes. Alan Ruiz with the $10.
Smash Rides OJ XD.
I know. I think it's Smash right. Oh, yeah. No Smash. No. I already saw people on Twitter. You think there's a possible Smash tease? Smash tease? He's not. No, they're not teasing Smash. And I don't want them to tease Smash. Not now. I want that to be at a Nintendo Direct next year, where they have some type of, like, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they. And I know you weren't saying that. I'm just saying there were people on Twitter that were saying that, and some people even asked here. Alan, thank you for the $10 dono. JoJo, and that first Ninja Blood. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the support like always. If you drop a dono, we are doing music requests. So, Alan, if you want something, let me know. If you drop a dono, make sure you put it in your message, or you can just let me know afterwards, and I got you. I appreciate that, Combo Breaks. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming later on. I'm probably going to be editing later on, because I didn't get a video edited beforehand because I knew I was starting up early, so I just decided I'll edit after. So, yeah. Yo, shout out to Cyber Torch with the $10.
I have like 0 Kirby predictions. This is like uncharted territory. I predict another cup of coffee in my future, though.
I see. Yeah, I predict. I can predict that too. I predict that the show's gonna start in about an hour and 6 minutes. That's my prediction. I'm fairly confident that that's what's gonna happen. You know, I'm fairly confident. Cyber T, yo, big love to Cyber T. Appreciate you, fam. I gotta get started, Cyber T, on making those what's it called? Making more of those notifications. I really gotta get that going. Because I haven't finished those and they're glitchy right now. So they're not. Oh my god, they're not right now in Cyber Torch, like the stuff that we talked about, they are not working. They are not working at all. They are looking like complete trash. And I tested it for like a day or so now, and I'm like, oh, the Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to pull one to get those things working. So they are not working at all. God, this is ghetto, dude. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'll get it working though. I'll get it working because they changed the alert box, so anything new compared to old is just doesn't work very well here. Kind of like when people try to do notifications through Streamlabs. If you pick one of their notifications, it just breaks. Anyway, yo, what's up, party man? Smash 60s. Chrono Rig with the $5 dono says, I think we'll get some sort of characters from other games, nothing big, and certain people are going to throw hands over Circana's numbers. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. The Circana stuff was fun because, you know, Switch 2 still #1 in the US. I predicted that maybe it could dip a little bit below PS5 just because there wasn't any big games in September. But it ended up still doing just about as good as it did in August. So yeah, thank you for the $5, Mr. Chrono Rig. Remember, get those notifications in. Yo, Ralphie, it's your boy with the $10. I'm finally on my phone. Been watching on my TV lately. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate the 10, Ralphie.
I think there will be something single-player focused that was the one downside of the first. Plus, I still think there will be a slot car mode.
Okay. So Justin is our resident super Kirby fan. He knows about all of this. He's the man when it comes to this. Cyber Taurus is the man when it comes to the Hokage. But we do have a two-way tie at the top of the board. And thank you for the JoJo, my man Ralphie. He's back saying he's on his TV, or you're on your phone again. Back at it on the phone. Yo, I don't care how you watch, but I appreciate you watching. I'll say that. I appreciate the watching, regardless, you know? So thank you. Shout outs to Cybertor. Shout outs to Justin. Shout outs to Ralphie. Shout outs to Chrono Rig. You guys are all out here, man. Appreciate that. Let's go. NX Revolution says too early. Creosa Bomb says hi, hi, hi. Spark Mandrill. All right, I got you, man. Spark Mandrill theme. All right. Wake us up. Kids be taking my phone. Oh man, the kids taking the phone. Retro Crawl. Morning, OJ. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here. Baby Pierce. What up, Baby Pierce in the house? Long time Elite Ninja. What's up, LP? Yeah, Switch 2 sold out everywhere. Japan's crazy how popular it is out there. I mean, I knew that the popularity of the Switch 2 was going to be high in Japan. I knew that Europe could be a bit more of a challenge, which it is a little bit more of a challenge in Europe. Some different like places have slashed the price, which I think is good. If you can get it lower and more people to buy it, that's fine. Some places like PS5 is doing a bit better than it, like Spain, some areas. But the difference though is that in Japan, it's the absolute dominant. So Japan really covers any of the other weaknesses for it. So I think it's going to be crucial. I'll make a video later, but I think it's going to be crucial after the holiday. It's going to be crucial for Nintendo. That first direct, they've got to have like the big Mario or the big Zelda tease or the Animal Crossing or Smash. Like they've got to have one of those tentpole, you know, massive system seller type games. But for this year, they're good. For early next year, they're okay. But I think that first direct definitely one of those big. I mean, 3D Mario needs to be on the plate when it comes down to it, and probably launch next year. That's my guess. What's up, Elias? Welcome to the stream. TV for me. Switch to grinding ZA. Oh man, I wish I could grind ZA right now. I played a ton of ZA yesterday too. Like I was playing it a lot, and it's very good. And it's very good. So yeah, I like it a lot. Yo, shout outs to Ralphie with the $5. Says you can't comment or donate from the TV. Shake my head. All right, I ban Ralphie from watching on the TV. No, I'm joking. Ralphie, you are banned from watching on the TV if that's the case. No, I'm joking. I appreciate you, fam, dude. Seriously, I appreciate you. Thank you for the double donos coming through, man. Yo, give him a combo break. 43. I don't know if I can do extensions today, guys, just because I do have to edit quite a bit. But I'll do my best to, you know, obviously the pre-show with this right now during the show. That's going to be an hour long. And then I'll probably do my best to see if we can round it out for like 3 hours. So if we do hit the 60 on the combo breaker, we should probably get a 3-hour stream anyway, just because this stream I started like, what, an hour 15 before. That's going to be an hour. So we might be able to get close to it. So I'll do my best. Let's see here. Estalo says, hi, OJ. Do you think Sakurai will have some sort of surprise reveal at the end? Surprise reveal as in if you're thinking another game? No. Please get that out of your system right now. No. He's just going to be talking. I mean, will there be a reveal for Kirby? Sure. Like a surprise reveal for something Kirby Air Riders? Yeah, maybe. But don't expect any type of new game announcement or something. So yeah. Let's see here. What's up? Shout out to Elias though. Welcome. What's up? Ice Sizzle, sizzling bacon action. The first direct should be 3D. Yeah, the first direct, like that's probably going to be in March before the end of the fiscal year. That should be 3D Mario time. I mean, it's either 3D Mario time, or it's Super Smash Brothers time, or it's Zelda time, or it's Animal Crossing time. Like it's got to, or it's Splatoon 4 time. Like it's got to be one of those games, you know. Splatoon 4, 3D Mario, new Zelda, new Smash Brothers. I mean, I don't think it's going to be Pokemon, but if it was Pokemon, that would be fine too, but it probably wouldn't be. That'd probably be at Pokemon Day, but it's got to be one of those, you know, 20, 30 million seller-ish type of games for the next one. So yeah. Oh, I think my water, this thing's a little off. Let's see here. Smash Brothers reveal. Honestly, kind of wait for the next mainline Kirby. Can't wait for that. Wait for the next mainline Kirby. I mean, I think the next mainline Kirby probably won't be here till like maybe like another couple years, because they did it in 2022. So I mean, I know that they've been working out. They were hiring. I think like a while back they put up posts for hiring, but I think that's probably going to be till, I would probably say like maybe 2027 for the next big mainline Kirby game, but we'll see. You can see the missile ability being in the game. It makes sense. I think we'll see some of the Dust Bloods on TGA. I'm sure Nintendo would like to attract a new audience in Souls. Oh yeah, that's probably. I think if there was a place to show Dust Bloods, it would definitely be the VGAs, where all the journalists and everybody bend over for From Software like crazy. So like, yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely a place where you show Dust Bloods, because Souls games just automatically win Game of the Year regardless. I mean, it can be input delay. You can press a button and it happens 17 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have laggy controls, you can have disjointed story, you can have all sorts of stuff, man, and they'll probably win Game of the Year, regardless. So yeah. So that'd probably be a good spot for it. That'd probably be a good spot for it overall. So I also think showing Dustblood will be a big hit if it's good. Yeah, I mean, if it's good, it should be a big hit. I mean, it's hard to say because it's an exclusive to Nintendo's Switch 2, and I'm just not sure how many of the hardcore Souls fans are going to be like, oh yeah, I got to rush out and buy a Switch 2 for that. Now, yes, there's obviously some crossover, but we'll see, you know? Let's see. I think new Smash is probably going to be announced next year and drop in 2027. So yeah, it might be a little bit, but I think it's probably going to be announced sometime next year, maybe at the end of the year, and then it's going to drop in early 2027. That's what I'm guessing. So yeah, about, you know, roughly 2 years, a little bit, two years from now, a year and a half to 2 years. I'm really looking forward to official numbers from DK Bonanza sales next month. Being in the top 15 Circana report 2 months after launch is a good sign. Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm looking forward to it as well. I think DKB is going to be one of those games that just is perpetually in the top sales charts when it comes to Nintendo's own sales and all of that. So yeah, I expect it to do well. Let's see. Do you have beef with Wizard? Why did you call him out last vid? Do I have beef with Wizard? Why did I call him out last vid? I don't have any beef with Wizard at all, and I don't care about him. He, like I said, it's just I just find him to be like a fake. Also, obviously he's a fake wizard, but I also find him to be some type of like fake tough guy and a weirdo. That's what I find him to be. I just find him to be a weirdo comparing liking Pokemon to alcohol and drug abuse. I think that's a moronic take. So I simply call that out. I call people who do stupid stuff like that out. So yeah. But no, I don't have any beef with him. He's not worth having beef with. To be honest, nobody's worth having beef with, so I don't have any beef with anybody. I simply just said that that's moronic to do that, which it is moronic to do that. But he's more than happy. I'm more than happy to have him on if he wants to discuss how stupid it is to compare liking Pokemon to drug and alcohol abuse. So you guys can let him know that I'm more than happy to talk to him about how stupid that is, you know, as an adult. So, I mean, I can lecture him like I lecture my children, you know, about why drugs and alcohol aren't good. And liking a Pokemon game is not that bad if you want to like one. So yeah, but I doubt he'll come on to talk about that. Let's see here. Maybe we get an eShop spinoff or something after Air Riders. Hal is definitely cooking up something. All right, maybe. Dustbloods will be interesting to see because Western journals hate Nintendo, but Glaze from Software, so we'll see their brain fry on the Switch on which direction to go. Yeah, I know, differently. Praised it like, oh my god, it's gonna be that button with the sweat, the butt chin guy with the sweating, the meme with the buttons and the 2-1. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be that. So yeah. Do you think Kirby Air Riders will be good on Nintendo Switch 2, or do you think Resident Evil Requiem Switch 2 releasing a game keycard? Do I think Kirby Air Riders will be good? Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be like the greatest game in the world, but I think it's going to be good. Do I think Resident Evil Requiem Switch 2 releasing on game keycard? I mean, it's probably going to be a game keycard because they're not going to be able to fit that on a cartridge. I mean, they might be able to, but I don't think so, but we'll see. Let's see. It's funny how who really hate Pokemon Z haven't played it at all. I mean, some people have, and a lot of people have not. But I mean, like I said, I don't care if you have critiques on Pokemon. That's fine. You don't have to like it. I just said comparing it to drug and alcohol abuse is stupid, and I think anybody will agree that it's dumb. Now, if it's done in some type of shock, you know, comedy type of thing, but I don't think it was. I think this guy has mental problems. And he plays into his character, like I said. So. Like I said, a lot of tough talk online, you know, for somebody who's so scrawny, you know. If you really have a problem with that, like I said, go to GameStop and block people from buying the game. Go pick it outside, I don't know, Game Freak's or Nintendo Pokemon's headquarters in Seattle or something like that. Like, this is just, like I said, this is just weird behavior, you know. This is super weird behavior. Like I said, legitimate criticism is okay. I don't have a problem with that. I criticize it too. But like I said, comparing it to drugs and alcohol is stupid. It's just, that's something that probably shouldn't be played with, considering how many people, you know, deal with that stuff on the daily. So, especially gamers. Oh my gosh. I know people think it's all sunshine and rainbows, but trust me, a lot of gamers have those issues too, with those substances. So yeah. Anyway, let's see, a shadow drop of the original into NSO. I don't think so. That'd be cool, but I don't think so. People who say that are idiots. Huge celebrities and sports stars love Pokemon. Are they alcoholic? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just that I didn't call him. I don't have any beef with him. I said that's stupid, which I think everyone thinks the same. Most people that are logical think the same thing. But I mean, if you have if you have a problem, or you're like parasocial terminally online, then that's the only way that you can think that's okay to do that. So like I said, unless you're, like I said, complete weirdo, devoid of any actual real life experience or knowledge. Says I hate alcohol abuse comment. I lost my dad to that. That's what I'm saying, Justin. So it can be a sensitive subject for many people. That's something that I don't really joke around. I'm definitely not going to do it on Twitter. I mean, like, listen, people can make jokes, and I get that. There are going to be jokes on sensitive topics, and I'm not here to stop people from doing that. People are going to make comedy, whatever the case is, man. But, I mean, that's just something that I'm not going to do on Twitter to a rando. Like, that's not something that you do at all, in my opinion, at least. But, hey, like I said, it ain't that serious. I think that's what creates the paranoia and the random craziness that we see from people. These people feed into it because, like I said before, I'll say it once, I'll say it again, rent is perpetually due for some of these people. Perpetually due. They've got to be angry. They've got to be upset. They've got to be complaining. They've got to be, they got to be irate with something. Like, actually, for anybody to even care what they've got to say. That's the problem. Rent is perpetually due for these people. And it sucks. That's no way to live. I'll keep it a buck. That's no way to live. That's no way to be a content creator. Man, you can't even talk about what you like. You got to talk about stuff that makes you upset all the time. Rent perpetually being due. That's a terrible existence. I'll be honest, man. It is a terrible, terrible existence. But they back themselves into that corner. When depression hits them, don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you so, Let's see here. How Resident Evil Requiem release on Switch 2 if they don't use game key card to get all the game on cartridge? How will it release? I mean, what do you mean? Pure Riders is pretty good. I think it'll be a decent seller, 5 million or so. I don't know about 5 million. That might be a bit much. It's only on Switch 2. Maybe if there was a Switch 1 version too, but I mean, we'll see. What's up, the cool guy? Yeah, a lot of these people are on YouTube way too much. There's got to be a comprehensive story mode for Air Riders to warrant 2 hours of a direct. No, that's what I'm thinking. Justin, our resident Kirby Air Riders, awesome guy. Definitely, he thinks so, right, Justin? So yeah. Now, if you want to make critiques about Pokemon cards and people obsessed with them, they kind of act like that sometimes. Man, I'm telling you, for real. For real. I quit the stuff 3 years ago and I'm a better human for it. I have a clearer brain and no more depression. Yeah. Shout outs. Like I said, yeah, I don't really joke around with stuff like that here. Once again, not trying to say people aren't allowed to do comedy and stuff. It's just something I feel like probably shouldn't be talked about, especially like I said to a rando. So I don't know, man. It just that like I said, I don't got any beef. It just struck me the wrong way. But like I said, I'm more than happy to talk to him about how stupid that is. So, if he wants to discuss that, floor is open, floor is open. I also I have my bachelor's degree in kinesiology, so obviously I have extensive, knowledge of what drugs and alcohol does to your body because I had to study it. So yeah. Let's see. I'm so glad I haven't followed much of the Legends of ZA discourse. My OCD gives me enough anxiety as it is. I don't need to see randos comparing me to an alcoholic for buying a game. Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing to do right now, guys, is just weather it out. If I were you, don't spend too much time on miserable content creators, videos and stuff like that. I would just say go for the people that are going to be critical, but at the same time, fair about a lot of things. Like I said, I recommended Bob Wolfden. Obviously Spawn Wave is pretty good when it comes to stuff like that. And find your reviewers that actually, are fair about it. So I wouldn't really spend too much time, like I said, relying upon these like I said, rent due content creators where, like I said, they wake up and looking at how am I going to be angry today? How am I going to be mad today? You know, how am I going to be upset today? How am I going to piss somebody off today? How am I going to piss off a fan base today? How am I going to make the, AI slop thumbnail today? You know, like those people, like I said, are miserable. They've got those are miserable people. So if I were you, I wouldn't waste too much time on their streams, or on their content, because they already get enough of it. They already get enough of it. YouTube will push their vids, and YouTube, so they already get enough of it. But I mean, like I said, if you don't want to like have your life be miserable about your passion, once again, legit criticism is fine. But like I said, rent due content creators, these guys are miserable. These guys are absolutely miserable. So yeah. Out here popping off like they think that they're like Kai Sanan or something like that. Out here thinking that they're Marquise Brownlee because they got a little bit of hate views and the algorithm. Absolutely crazy. Out here thinking like tweeting from a small tiny apartment, or out here making vids from a little ghetto apartment, acting all big and bad because you got a few YouTube views. So like I said, these people are in a state of denial, and in a little bit of a state of denial, but it's all good, man. Let's see. I just watched the leave comments that I love switch to. So yeah. Let's see. The honeymoon phase switch to is over, as in people are still buying it. Like I said, his videos are just simply how to be. It's just a grift. It's just a grift. Where he typed the honeymoon stage. He says the buyers beware, or not buyers, but what was it? Buyer's remorse, like all this stuff. Like I said, just to perpetually be angry. It's a load of nonsense anyway. You know, load of nonsense. Let's see. I've reached 40 years old, and I pray that Nintendo pays more attention to provide servers here in the Middle East so that we can play decent online without lag and high latency. Oh man, is it really that bad over there, Joe 9? Sorry to hear about that, bro. Honestly, can't hate the player. They are making good money. I mean, and that as good as you think it is, but yeah, sure. This common example of the game key card will help Nintendo Switch 2 release Resident Evil Requiem Switch 2 from Capcom. Okay. Let's see here. Just Dance 2026 is out on the Nintendo Switch and compatibility to the Switch 2. All right, thanks, Brooklyn. I appreciate you, man. Do you think Fire Emblem will release in the summer or winter next year? It's probably going to be summer. I know they like to have Fire Emblem games out in the first half of the year or somewhere in that. They don't really like to have them in the second half, but it's possible. But I think more it's going to be a first half game. I think the fact that they announced it, at the last Direct means that it's probably coming out within a year's time. So I don't see it going past September. So yeah. Fire Emblem summer. Yeah, it definitely feels like a summer game. This has honestly been the best opening year for Nintendo in ages. By December, I'm going to have like 20 plus Switch 2 games. 20 plus by December. Oh man, that's a lot of games that you're going to have. Easy money is probably a more way to describe it. Yeah, it's pretty easy to just hone in on something negative and then just ride the algorithm for that, But I mean, like I said, by making vague statements and looking at certain individual comments from some people and all that, when that's ridiculous. Switch 2, like Bob Wolfton, big Switch 2, big reviewer of all that, he literally just said Switch 2 is the best handheld device. And once again, he's not a psycho like some of these other, he's not a rent due content creator. He's simply a normal content creator that has critiques on Switch 2, that has critiques on everything. He said the Switch 2 is by far the best device for 2025. So when we talk about honeymoon phase and buyer's remorse, that's just not true. It's just like I said, a load of crock. If you look at the people that are, like I said, like the actual reviews on Switch 2, the large majority of people think that it's a great system. If you look at online, the large majority of people who have the system think that it's really good. The large majority, and they think that it's way better than when the Switch 1 launched. It's significantly better in terms of between that and Switch 1. So that's the reality of it. That's legitimately the reality. You've got guys like him who once again are perpetually rent-due streamers, where they've got to talk about everything negative in order for anybody to pay attention to them, because they don't have the talent to really do much else. That's the only thing. So when it comes down to it, that's really what it comes down to. But if you, like I said, don't take my word for it. As somebody who's been around from before the Switch, I was in the Wii U era, I was in the 3DS era covering Nintendo, I was in the Switch 1 era where people said the same thing. They said the same thing with that, and we all know how that turned out. Switch 1 ended up selling 150 million units plus. So I'm not saying that the Switch 2 is going to sell that, but we all know that the Switch 2 is going to be a high seller. It's going to be one of the better selling systems of all time. We all know that it's going to continue selling well. We all know that it's going to get Zelda and Mario, and it's going to get the big games that push the systems. So, like I said, when I'm right, I'll make sure that I make sure that I let all of you guys know that I was right. I was right. Just like I was right about the launch, just like I was right about many, many things when it comes down to it. So I don't have a problem with rents due content creators, because all it does is just push the system more. That's all they're doing at the end of the day. Let's see. Do you think Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave have 3 house characters? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, it already does have 3 houses. I mean, it has Sodis, so she's from 3 houses. So I'm guessing that I'll have probably somebody else from 3 houses as well. But I mean, if she's in it though, it's fair to say that maybe there might be some other people that are in it too. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Charles? Welcome. What's up, Bead Queen? Good morning. Good morning. So I'm wondering if Dust Bloods is the first half of next year. I hope it is. I don't know, man. Rent due is a great way to put it. Yeah, rent due content creators, where, like I said, imagine having to wake up and perpetually be angry at stuff. That's your job. That's your whole stick, your whole gimmick. And not like playing a character like the angry video game nerd, but like actually waking up and trying to find something to be angry about, to try to game the algorithm to be angry. Like making up stuff, ignoring all the positive things about video games, about a hobby, about a pat. Like, it couldn't be me, man. I love video games. I love content. I love making content. I love video games. I like talking about it to people. I couldn't imagine. You've got to be absolutely miserable. Like, it's not even worth the money, to be honest. Like I said, because anybody can do that. Anybody can sit there and just be angry and make up stuff and lie and manipulate that. Anybody can do that. It's not hard to do. Honestly, it really is not. So, like I said, man, like I've got to be depressed to be a rent due streamer. I've got to be a rent due content creator. It couldn't be me. Couldn't be me, man. Couldn't be me. So yeah. Do you think story mode will be announced in the direct? I think story mode has a good chance to be announced. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Nintendo Land is a good. What? I don't know what that is. Yo, Joe 9K with the $20 says thanks for being you. Yo, thank you for being you, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully, they can get those servers running a little bit better so you don't have that lag. You know, my man. Hopefully, it's peer-to-peer though, so it's also people got to have better connections too. But yeah, well, at least some games are. Some games run off servers. Some games peer-to-peer. Shoutouts. Thank you so much, Joe 9K with the $20. That does tie you up with Cyber Taurus and also gets you the Stream Ninja lead. Let's go. Biggest dono of the stream, 20, coming in from Joe 9K. Wiping the board there. Joe 9K. I appreciate you, fam. Big 20. Anybody that's 20 more, you can Joe 9K on the board? On both boards, Cyber T. Gonna join him up here, Joe 9K. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support, brother. My brother over there in the Middle East, appreciate you, fam. Let's go. 63, you guys know. Going further than beyond. And of course, we gotta do this, Noah and Mio. We're gonna still do it anyway. Deliver my voice to the high authorities. Yo, I'm gonna show up at Nintendo's door like with the trench coat and with like, you know, the glass is like the edge. I'm gonna come up underneath the ground like edge, like the brood like we were talking about last night. For those of you there, I'm gonna come up like ding 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 ding. Shh. I'm gonna come up ding ding, and I'm gonna walk to them. I'm gonna be like, yo, this goes towards better online play. Ding 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 ding. Shout out to that. I appreciate you, Joe 9K. Let's go. Do you think Fire Emblem 3 Houses and Fire Emblem Warriors Hopes will be Nintendo Switch 2 editions? No. I don't think they're going to make Switch 2 editions of either one of those games. Fire Emblem Warriors, those already run at 60 FPS on Switch 2. So I don't see them touching those games up. 3 Houses doesn't, but I just don't. I mean, it's a massive game, and I don't see them reworking that game at all. I think they're just gonna leave it. Excuse me. But you never know, I guess. But no, I don't see them retouching those games or anything. But yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes loads really fast, and plays great on Switch 2. It runs at 60, so it already plays really good if you play it on Switch 2. So with no patch needed. So yeah. All right, take it easy, NX Revolution. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Yo, big love, man. Let's see here. Joseph, what up? Welcome to the stream. Such a healthy mindset to wake up to every day. How can I fake being pissed off today? Yeah, exactly, man. Rent perpetually due, Island. But like I said, they're doing it for money. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, couldn't be me. Especially like with a hobby. Like if you wake up, some people are upset to go to work. I get that. Like if you're working and you don't like your job, I sympathize with that. But waking up to talk about your passion, you know what I'm saying? That's your job, to be upset. Waking up, like I said, rent's due every single day. How can I figure out different ways to manipulate the buyer's remorse? The what's called the honeymoon period? Like all this nonsense that's just complete trash, where you try to find comments from weird people and like ignore everything else to push a crazy narrative. Like stuff like that is wild to me, man. Like that just seems like you just hate it. Like you just wake up upset, you know? Shout out to Cybertorch with the jump.
You should use the Brood entrance when you do the PE Awards this year. Just come out of the ground holding a trophy with that music playing Tears of Joy.
I totally should. I gotta figure out how to do it though. How would I be able to actually get that done? Yo, Cyber T with another JoJo, reclaiming the Hulk Hogan lead with the 38 minutes, 30 more. You can up my man Cyber T. 20, of course, largest donut from Joe 9K. Yo, I appreciate you guys, man. Seriously. I gotta figure out how to get that intro done. Like, ding, 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 you know? I gotta figure it out how to do it, man. Let's see here. The last part of the direct pretty much confirms some kind of story mode. Oh, okay, that last part, like with that cutscene. Yo, what's up, Vice 195? Is just clocked out. Time for Kirby. Hey, yo, let's go. So you do like a third shift, right? You just clocked out now. So you do like you work overnight. Yo, what's up, Dr. Birdie? Shout outs. Monolith Soft Ninja. I'm loving ZA, very happy with Switch 2 purchase so far. So if I fail as a YouTuber, I know, seriously. Like, I know, for real. But like I said before, this is probably going to be a generational thing, guys. Like, they're probably, regardless of how well the Switch 2 sells, they're going to be doing this all gen because it makes money. It ain't because people aren't liking the Switch 2. People keep buying the system. You know what I'm saying? It's got good word of mouth for the most part. So yeah. It's like I said before. Also, it's like, I don't know, for those who were here for my Mass Effect, where I brought up the Legion, and I brought up like the Reaper that like talked to Shepard. It's like it's perpetual. There's nothing that you can do to avoid it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna do well. Nintendo's gonna throw everything at it. So, like I said, make the money while you can before the big sales numbers come through and all that comes crashing down. Let's see here. Wouldn't be Switch 2 edition, might be a free update, but then again, we got Xenoblade updates. Yeah, like I said, I just don't see that they're going to do any updates to Fire Emblem. Like I said, they could, but I just don't think that they're going to. But we'll see for sure. Shout out to my man Cybertor, 73 on the board. We are going 27 combos away from the top. Let's go. So yeah. What more could they do? Give Three Houses content complete with Ash and Wolves. I think just like a free update Probably not a switch to like a free update to get it at 60 FPS. I mean, that'd be the only thing that I would think they can do, you know, get it running at 4K 60, you know. But yeah, it's already content complete. So yeah, it'd be like more of like a free patch type of thing, more so than like a Switch 2 edition. Thanks to go Fire Emblem Warriors 3 hopes and play on Switch 2. I'm really excited for Resident Evil Requiem on Switch 2 for Capcom release. Hey, no problem, Chris. I'm glad that you're excited for that, man. I work from home, so as long as no customers call for the first hour of my shift, I can watch the direct. All right, Wyatt, I'm gonna be praying for you that doesn't happen. I hope we get Xeno updates too. I think Xeno updates. I hope we get those sometime soon, probably next year. I wouldn't be surprised if at the next Nintendo Direct, if Nintendo says like the next Monolith Soft game is announced, and then also they're like, oh, we got updates for Xeno games too. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing. I'm more excited for Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave than any Mario, Zelda, or Fire Emblem or Animal Crossing I know in Minority, but that's me. Listen, man, you're a man of fine taste. Like, Vice, you're the type of man that you get 2 bottles of wine, the same exact wine. One of them was like 15, 20 years. The other one was like maybe 2 or 3 years aged, and you can tell the difference between those two. You can tell the difference. You're a man of fine, high quality taste. Not that it's not okay to, not that it's bad to like Mario or whatever more than Fire Emblem or vice versa. But when a man knows fine taste, he knows fine taste, and that's what Fire Emblem is. Very fine taste. Not everyone's gonna love it, you know, because most people don't drink aged wine. But when you do, you know when it's good. When you know it's good, you know it's good. You know. Shout out to Tommy Raiku. Thank you for the 52 months, and also Gloria Redbun with the $10 dono and says, greetings OJ, greetings chat. I work at 7 a.m. but I wanted to see some of the stream and support your work. Oh my gosh, I want to support you, Gloria. You are awesome. Shout outs to Gloria. She does a job that's significantly more important and harder than my job. So I appreciate you, Gloria. Thank you for supporting the channel like always. 83 on the combo board. We are going further than beyond, man. Let's go. Yeah, listen, man. I like Fire Emblem probably more than 3D Mario for the most part. But I would say that it's like, it depends, you know? But yeah, I love, like, Fire Emblem is great, right? Like, Fire Emblem is so good. Like, I don't know if I like Fire Emblem more than I like Fire Emblem Three Houses more than I like, you know, like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. But I definitely like Fire Emblem a lot, you know? I think it's really good, so. What's up, Roadhouse? Welcome. Let's see. Thanks for the positive videos without all the drama and being real. I mean, I feel that there's a yin and a yang, man. Like, I don't mind the chaos of people doing that. Like I said, Rent Perpetually do streamers. They making the Switch 2 still be talked about. That's what I want to see. I want to see everyone talking about it. I want to see everyone discussing it. I want to see everyone, you know, giving it a try or just perpetually talking about it. So I don't mind, man. But yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to wake up angry every single day and find ways to be angry, you know, like these people do, like making up stuff now. You can't do it through sales numbers. You can't do it through the actual games coming out. So now you got to do it through weird stuff. So I ain't going to wake up and do that every day. That's just lame and corny. Like I said, for some quick easy YouTube views, but it's all good, man. Like I said, I've seen a million people come and go with this type of shtick. Like it's not a, I'll say that if you want to be a long-time content creator, it's not something that you can do for like a long time. You're going to have to pivot at some point. So for me, my thing was always, you know, be fair, be honest, be fair, talk about what you love, talk about what's good, talk about what's bad. But at the end of the day, have fun. That's my goal with my channel, is to have fun and bring fun to the channel. Like bring fun, like have people have fun, like smile. Like it's not to be angry. It's not to be upset. It's not to stoke fear in people. That's not what my channel is here for. It's not to lie. It's not to manipulate data, like I said. But when rent's due, for some of these people, rent's due. Inflation's up, you know, like inflation's up, taxes are up, rent's due. So for some of these people, they don't have that option, you know, where I don't have to be a rent's due content creator. So yeah, luckily for me. Let's see, I'm just, but I'm glad that you're enjoying the channel though, for real. Let's see, Tommy Raiku. Hey, what's up, Tommy Raiku? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, Daniel. Shout outs, man. Welcome. Appreciate you. Let's see. Smiles, happiness is good. Yeah, it'll make you live long too. That's one thing people don't realize. Make you live long. Smile, be happy. You don't gotta have forced toxic positivity. I'm definitely not that. But if you smile, especially with your passions and your hobby, if you smile and enjoy it, it's gonna help you. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Mick Sloan? Woke up in time. Yes, sir. You did. We got less than 30 minutes before the direct starts. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I got it right here in the background. So Kirby Air Riders Direct is going to be rolling. We got thousands of people in Nintendo's chat already waiting. Nintendo of America for the Kirby Air Riders Direct 2. So yeah, it should be fun. Just picked up Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Happy to report it's 60 FPS uncapped. Fun game so far. Nice. Yeah. Good stuff, Dan Lee. I need to start and finish 3 Houses before Fortune's Weave comes out, but there are just so many awesome games. I am now nearing the end of the first full run of Trails, so maybe after that, yeah. I still got to finish up with Trails too myself, so yeah. Did you see that it's already open box ROG Ally to sell at Best Buy? I did see that, but that's not too surprising though, right? That's not too surprising, Justin, but I did see that. But I mean, I'm not going to make any big deal about it, but yeah, I did see it. But I mean, you know, it happens. I think it's even happened with Nintendo before, right? Or with the Wii U or with the Switch. I mean, it might have happened with the Switch or Switch 2. People are like, look, it's already a used sale, you know? So yeah. But I mean, yeah, I did see that though. But yeah, it just launched last week, so that's kind of quick. But to be honest, that's what I did though with the with the ROG Ally, man, with the ROG Ally. Bro, I opened up, I was like, yeah, ROG Ally, power in my hands. Woo! I turned that thing on and started importing PC files. I could have swore Gabe Newell or Satalia Nadelia or Bill Gates was behind me looking over my shoulder, man. It got me creeped out. That thing was trash. I said, I wiped my data. I threw that thing back in that box, man. I drove as fast. I was like Speed Black Racer to Best Buy to return that thing. He said, what's wrong with it? I said everything. I was like Speed Racer. I was like, I was swerving in and out of traffic, man. I damn near vaulted out. I got the sunroof. I was like, boom, go gadget. I popped out of there. It was a damn spring seat. Popped out of there, flipped out. I flew into the store. Returned that ROG Ally. That thing was trash. Absolute garbage. I said, never again, bro. Never again. Garbage. I went and bought a Steam Deck after that, and the Steam Deck was significantly better. Steam Deck was significantly better than that thing. I was like, what is this? So yeah, I bought a Steam. That was with the whole ROG Ally. That was 2023, and then I think either end of 2023 or early 2024. That's when I got my Steam Deck. My Steam Deck OLED. You're out of control, people. It's an easy way to get laughs. Just add black to whatever thing you're talking about. I could have just said Speed Racer, but it's a little bit funnier when you do it that way. If you do it in a non-offensive way. Suppose I don't get the Pokemon Legends ZA hate. What am I missing here? I think that might be my favorite 3D Pokemon game. I think that there's definitely going to be a lot of extremes with this game because there's a lot of good things about it, and there's obviously like the graphic stuff about the game too. So I think that's the reason why you're seeing far extremes. Some people just want to, you know, make it about the graphics. They feel that it should be better, so it's based off of expectations of the Pokemon company, and others are actually basing it off of the game just being fun, you know. This is Black Speed Racer. Don't give Hollywood any ideas. I know, seriously. Oh man. I get the criticism would say it's one of the worst games as well. 1 out of 10 ratings as well to me, so it's fun. I mean, guys, we shouldn't take anybody that gives the game a 1 out of 10 seriously. Like, we shouldn't do that. So clearly they're just angry, but the game is not a 1 out of 10. But you know, whatever, right? Whatever on that one. So yeah. Not much hype surrounding Hyrule Warriors, not much marketing either, shame because it looks great. There's definitely, the thing about it, guys, is that you got to do one game at a time. We just got Pokemon, They're gonna have more stuff for what's it called, for Hyrule Warriors. That's coming up, but you don't want to spoil the game either. So you can't constantly just be throwing trailers and spoil the game as well.
What's good this morning, everyone, and OJ?
What up, Big J?
No matter where I go, I always see these rent is due content creators on YouTube and Twitter. I never interact with their content, but these sites keep shoving that bad stuff in my face. Hyped for Kirby.
Hey, shout outs. You got a safe spot here. Thank you, Big J. Thank you for the $3 dono. I appreciate that. But yeah, they're gonna start talking about. There's definitely hype for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. There's people that are really excited and looking forward to it. If you look at the comment section, there's people that are excited for it. There's people that are gonna, once the game comes out, there's gonna be more excitement for it. That's how Nintendo games are. But you can't constantly just be hyping and throwing trailers at everything. But there's plenty of hype. The views on the videos are pretty good. If you look at the views on Nintendo's channel for Age of Imprisonment, the videos are performing fine. So there's definitely hype for it. It's just that, once again, people on the internet, if their game that they're looking forward to isn't constantly being talked about 24/7 like Fortnite or Minecraft, they say there's no hype for it. And then it comes out and it does well. Oh, wow, I didn't expect that. That's what people do all the time. So there's plenty of hype for it. It's going to be fine when it comes out. It's going to do great. So people just need to, you need to just relax. Trust me on this one. As somebody who's been around, when people say this, perpetually saying stuff like this, then the game comes out and it does great, then you're like, oh, wow, I didn't expect, it's like, it's going to do fine. Shaw X with the $20 big dono becoming the stream ninja toy. Yo, let's go. Says, what up, OJ the Juice Man? Got ZA for free. My company has a reward points program, and I had more than enough for ZA. Coming in the mail soon. Yo, reward. My man, the Fiber Man, or Shaw X, out here laying the fiber smacketh down on the Rudy Poo. Candy iron. Shout outs, let's go, man. Thank you so much. Yo, big love on that. ZA for free. Hey, look, now you can enjoy ZA for free, and you can say, listen, I paid $0 to look at these windows, my man. I paid $0 to look at these flat textures. Look at these PS2 graphics. Let's go. Shout out Shaw X. I appreciate you, my man. Also, Lingering Will with the big dono as well. And he says, I'm really enjoying Legends ZA. I love the gameplay loop, but I wish there were more areas, dungeons, battle systems, fast and addictive. Good first step. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think more like dungeon areas would have been good. Definitely a critique that I agree with. But it's very fun. It's engaging once you actually start playing the game. It's actually pretty fun and engaging, you know? Shout outs to Lingering Will. Shout outs to Shaw X. Big love. Let's get Shaw X's name on the board here for tied up with Joe 9K for the biggest singular dono. And once again, Lingering Will, thank you for the big support as well. We still working on Lingering Will. I'll put up some other stuff I got, so it's close, Lingering Will. It's close. So close. Just got a couple more things. Nah, you didn't miss it yet, Ace Norm. You didn't miss it. You did not miss it. It's in about 20 minutes. The show's gonna start in about 20 minutes. So yeah, you're good. It's like marketing games comes out in different shapes. Oh, I think some forget that not every game gets the same type of campaign, giving data. Yeah, like Hyrule Warriors, it's a story-based Warriors game with heavy gameplay elements, but a lot of the cutscenes, like, you don't want to spoil the game. So could they show a bunch of trailers and stuff? Sure, but they're not going to do that. Most games, Nintendo games, do not have a million trailers. They do not show it a bunch. They're going to have an overview trailer for the game, probably. They're going to have, like, a launch trailer for the game. They're going to send it out to media, and that's going to be that. And it's going to sell for the rest of the generation. Like, they're not going to sit there and blow it out with a bunch of stuff over and over and over and over, you know? So yeah. After muting Rent's Due creators, I eventually stopped getting them in my feed. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did, too. I just said, I don't want this channel recommended because there's no point. Some people still send me stuff. But, like, I might check it out. I'm just like, yeah, it's just a bunch of, like I said, it's just a bunch of crock, like it always is. It's just, like I said, Rent's Due, you know? You can tell a Rent's Due video from a mile away. Like, AI thumbnail, like multiple AI characters in the thumbnail, Mario pointing or being angry or evil Marios. Slop. Probably Rent's Due, you know? Angry Mario is probably Rent Due. Like, that's probably Rent Due. Consistently using AI thumbnails, Pikachus and Marios and over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, Rent's Due. It's a Rent's Due video, so that's probably just something that you can skip. That's just something that you can skip. Shout outs though. Appreciate you, Lingering Will, my man. Appreciate you too, Shaw X. Yo, what's up, Deadlock? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, Game Freak should make their games less fun so that one of their Pokemon games will legit flop, so Pokemon Company will consider giving them a proper time span to develop and polish their games. That doesn't even make any sense, Joe Likes Blue. So I mean, it's okay. Just don't worry about the game development in that sense. That what you just said makes absolute zero sense unless you're just making a joke. So let's see here. Dank Memes said, okay, yeah, I already read that. Shout outs. Let's see here. We had a water line break at one of our sites yesterday. Nearly flood out a vault. Dang, that's crazy, man. Have you played Ninja Gaiden 4? I heard great things about it. I haven't played it, but I have it. I got a review code from Microsoft. Haven't played it, but I have it. Let's see here. I'm back. Can't wait for this moment. Hey, shout outs Digi Artist. Welcome. Let's see here. Screaming Luigi is rents due sign. Any type of like wildly expressive Mario picture when you ain't even talking about 3D Mario is probably, like I said, consistently. If they once or twice, you know, in a video, whatever, a couple times, okay. But consistently AI slop or weird evil Marios, rents due. Rents due. Rents due. Perpetually angry rents due content creator. So like I said, it's a pitiful existence, my boys. My boys, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pitiful existence. Announced the $5 dono.
Tie for the information.
Thank you so much, Ninja Peach dono coming through. I appreciate that. Let's go. It's a pitiful existence, my boys and girls. Couldn't be me. I like your channel, Jay, because there's no showing unnecessary BS. Appreciate the candor. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's what usually people come here for. Just straight up, you know, good conversations, fun, critique when you need to. Most of the time, but most of the time, I'm just gonna keep it simple. You know, I ain't gonna really go too far or do anything like that because that's weird. Like, it's weird to see adults act like this too. I'll keep it a buck, but hey, it is what it is. We're all just big kids anyway, right? Another thing to bring up patents. These guys have no idea what they're talking about. Moon Channel was a fantastic video on Power World situation. I did watch the Moon Channel on that. That's like the lawyer dude, right? Yeah, like I said, man, like with me, I don't know. Like I try to stay out of that type of stuff, like the lawsuit stuff, because I'm not a lawyer. And last time that I covered it, I made a lot of inaccurate statements in terms of what the lawsuit was about and all that. And I didn't even cover the, you know, the Sony's lawsuit. But I mean, I did call out a little bit of hypocrisy with some people. They're okay with Sony with that. So apparently Sony has, you know, Sony has a patent, or they have a monopoly on red-haired women in prehistoric or dinosauric settings with dino robots, you know, with, so that apparently is a thing too. So I just called out some hypocrisy on people that on that one, but you know, it's fine. If they want to assume, we'll find out who wins in court, you know. But that's, I mean, to me, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really cover it too much because I don't know all the specifics of the patents and the copyrights and the, you know, things like that. I just, like I said, I just called out some hypocrisy, people going absolutely crazy on Power World, but then saying, okay, being completely fine with Sony's lawsuit because Sony says you can't make a dinosaur robot red-haired lady game. So like, that looks very much like, you know, like Horizon. Power World looks very, I mean, it's got Pokeballs, it's got so many mechanics, a lot of Pokemon that look very much like Pokemon, you know, so I just called out some of the hypocrisy with that, but once again, I don't know all the specifics, I don't know all that stuff like that, so yeah. Omega Z with the tune-in tier pledge, appreciate that, Omega Z, welcome to the tune-in tier squad, let's go, thank you so much, man. What's up, Cosmic Naga, welcome to the stream, brother, how you doing today? So yeah. Another rents do things bringing up. Okay, but yeah, exactly. Lingering Will. Just saw the new Metroid Prime ads on Stelz's Twitter. They got me so much more excited. I did see that. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But I mean, I'm trying to go. I'm not saying for like a blackout for the game, but like they're gonna do an overview trailer. They're gonna do some more content in like November. So I expect that to be ramping up pretty soon here. Let's see. Omega Z says, hey, started watching the channel recently. I really enjoyed the content. Thanks for being real. I appreciate that, man. Like, you know, actual real ones like you I appreciate you guys. We might not be the biggest in numbers, but we got a lot of passion and strength, my man. Got the essence. Let's go. Thank you for your support, brother. I appreciate you, Omega. For those who want to become an Elite Ninja, it's only $1 to join up like Omega Z. So if you want to support your boy, support the anti-rent due streamer. You guys want to know how it's not rent due? Because the guys like you, Omega Z, and guys like Cyber Taurus, that's the reason why my rent's not due all the time. I appreciate you guys. That's the reason why my rent's not always due. Big love, shout outs to Omega Z, shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your love. Cyber Taurus says my family is Irish and Scottish. We have a monopoly on red-haired ladies. Just saying, you should sue Sony, man. Just like say that, hey man, y'all stealing my bloodline. Y'all stealing my vibe, you know? Yo, shout outs to random videos. Hey OJ, it's a good time. Yo, big love to Cyber Taurus. 40 on the board. My man is the Hokage. Anybody does 40 or more, which will be tough to do. Bit of my man Cyber Taurus on the board. And 52 on the platinum streak. Let's go. Should we get the limit break again? Actually, no. We'll just get an overclock. We got a stream extended, even though it doesn't fit.
Overclock buster.
We're still gonna do it. Shout outs, man. Appreciate that, guys. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Big love, man. So yeah. Listen, Joe likes blue. Pokemon ain't going bankrupt. They're not gonna make a game less fun. They're not gonna do all that, man. There ain't no point in arguing what you're arguing. What you're saying isn't a logical path forward. So just relax, all right, man. Just relax. If you don't like the games, then simply just don't buy them for right now. And when they come out with Gen 10, if it's for you, then you get it. If it's not, it's not. And if you still feel that it's not good enough, might be time to just move on from Pokemon. You can still complain, you're more than likely, but whatever you're suggesting isn't gonna happen. So there's no point in going back and forth in this chat. What you're saying isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. They're not gonna do it. It's not happening. As somebody who's been covering Pokemon and been playing these games for 30 years or whatever, what you're saying isn't gonna happen. Okay? So there's no point in going back and forth. It's a silly argument. So just drop it, or like I said, just drop Pokemon, or play something else, or play Digimon, or just move on. Or like I said, you can complain, but what you're saying isn't gonna happen, man. So there's that. There ain't no reason to go back and forth. What you're saying isn't gonna happen. All right? I'm just being honest with you. Sometimes we gotta have a man-to-man discussion, an adult discussion. What you're saying isn't gonna happen. All right? So you got a couple options. Let me help you out here. I'm a man of the people. 1, you can stop playing the games. That's one thing that you can just stop playing. 2, you can wait for Pokemon Gen 10 to see how good or however that runs, or 3, whatever the case is. And 3, you can just keep complaining and making random suggestions that are never gonna happen, and perpetually get yourself in a state of they should do this and they're never gonna do it, so you might be pissed off. Those are your 3 options right now, my man. So you can pick one of the 3. Pick one of the 3. Psycho Pie with the $5 dono, and it says, I want rent due essence so that we get Dr. Mario too. Dr. Mario was never a rent due video though. Oh, you're saying you want me to get that desperation? No, I ain't never gonna get to that desperation, my boys. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, OJ will never be, myself, OJ, player essence, I will never be in a state of desperation to where I think that I gotta make a sequel to a video that came out 10 years ago in order to make some Skrilla. No, that's not happening. It's just not gonna happen. I have so much pride, I'd rather quit YouTube and just go find a regular editing job, or just go find a IT or tech job. I'd rather just do that than be a rents due content creator. No, I couldn't do it. That's, like I said, that's a miserable existence. It's already tough enough at times, taking care of the kids and taking care of the household. Now I gotta wake up and find ways to be upset and be mad. No, I'm good. I'd rather just quit. I've got too much pride. I've got too much class. I've got too much, confidence in myself. I could never become a rents due content creator. Nah, it's just not a vibe. It's just not a vibe, bro. I want to come home, or I want to wake up and be excited about my hobbies and be excited about what I do. I don't want to wake up and be angry. So I ain't never gonna get to the point to where we're like that. Shout outs to, hey, what's up, sis? Welcome. What's up, Alonzo Vines? Welcome to the stream. Cop the complete copy of Chrono Trigger last week, OJ. Hey, there you go. Shout outs. I skipped so many Pokemon games. I have enough of a backlog of Pokemon games that I can play those till it comes out with that actually interests me. There you go. Good morning, OJ. Love your work. Taste of video games. Respect, brother. Hey, thank you, Shin. I appreciate that. Shin Alucard. I love that name. Love the night. Let's see here. When the OG Switch released, there were many people making Switch will fail videos. In the end, did it matter? Yep. Same thing's gonna happen here. Right now, like I said, for those people too, back then, rent was also due. But it's not as due as much it is now, because back then we didn't have the type of inflation that we have right now. So rent's really due now. So it's got ratcheted up. This is how these people pay their bills. You know what I'm saying? So rent's due. I don't know how many times I've said rent's due, but it's due a lot. So yeah. Excited for Air Riders. Yo, let's go. Yo, what's up? I've been good, Alonzo. I appreciate that, man. I've been good. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Psycho Pie? I already said what up. Shout out to Psycho Pie. Psycho Pie, you ready for this, man? You ready for this, Psycho Pie? I don't know if you're really ready for this. We got about 7 minutes before the stream starts. That hour before I started, that hour went by like that fast. OJ, if there was any dev you would, I think, like Nintendo to acquire, which studio? I'm not a big fan of acquisitions, but if there was any studio that I would like for them to acquire, I'd probably say like Falcom. I think that studio could be pretty cool. Falcom, yeah. Like, what would they do just specifically making hardware straight up just for Switch 2? But, but I mean, I wouldn't like Nintendo to acquire them. If there was any company that I would say that would be like, oh my, okay, I'd be like, wow, they acquired them, or like a company that'd be like, okay, cool. Not even cool, just like if they were to acquire anybody, who would be it? I'd probably say like Falcom, somebody like that. But once again, I don't want them to acquire Falcom. I don't want them to acquire companies. I'm not a big fan of, of all that. So Platinum Games is another good one. Platinum Games, Falcom, yeah, one of those two for sure. Platinum Games would be a good one. That'd be a really good one. Platinum Games or Falcom. Probably Platinum would probably be a little bit better because they have more experience with Nintendo, right? Like you talk about Bayonetta 3, Bayonetta Origins. You're looking at Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3, a lot of Bayonetta games. You're looking at Astral Chain, looking at Wonderful 101, so yeah. So yeah, but it's all good. I'm ready for the 1 hour Sakurai yapping session. That's pretty much what it's gonna be, man. Yeah, they do the Falcom does the E series. They do the Legend of Heroes or Trails in the Sky. I've been playing Trails in the Sky, or I was before Pokemon. Trails in the Sky first chapter, and man, that game is incredible. It's like getting near Xenoblade levels. Like, I think I might like it as much as Xeno 2. Like, and I'm not saying that lightly, but it's getting up there. Yeah, I don't know if I like it as much as Xeno 1 or Xeno 3, but definitely it's getting up there. The gameplay in there is fantastic, and it reminds me of Xeno. Really does. So I really like Trails in the Sky. That game is fantastic. If you haven't played Trails in the Sky first chapter, I highly recommend it. It's the first game in the big series of Legend of Heroes games. So I recommend that game, man. It's really good. So yeah. I think when Platinum Games is making Bayonetta 2, they said something like that wouldn't mind being acquired. Oh yeah, they did say that. They wouldn't mind it. Yeah, of course they wouldn't, because that'd be security, Let's see here. We should combine Platinum Games and Team Ninja together and call them Platinum Ninja. Oh man, yeah, that'd be funny. What's good, OJ? I hope you're having a great morning, man. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Epic. Thank you. What's up, Style Boys? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Let's see. I still believe Mono Stop should team up with Game Freak one time for the culture. That'd be interesting for sure. So yeah, you're allowed to express that, Joe, but what you're saying is just so ridiculous that it ain't gonna happen. So that's the reason why I'm kind of shutting it down. You can express it, and that's fine, but what you're saying isn't gonna happen. They're not gonna be like, I'm not gonna make this game fun, so then it can somehow fail. So then we're gonna sabotage our own game. That's just online. That's just nonsense. That's just this. I don't want to say stupid, but it really is. You know, like I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just dumb. They're not going to sabotage their own game and not make it fun. So somehow the Pokemon company says people aren't going to buy it, and like what you're saying is ridiculous. It's like that game Mousetrap, like some weirdo they like roll dice over here. There's a mouse that comes drop a net on a mouse, and then over here that you might have a piece of cheese over here. It's like make no damn sense, bro. They ain't gonna do all that crap. Whatever. They ain't gonna do all that. They ain't gonna do all this board game, dice rolling, not make a game fun, so they can tell the Pokemon companies they can give them more time. Like that's insane, man. They ain't doing all that. Like, so you can express your opinion and that's fine, man. But they ain't doing all that. So I'm just telling you right now, they ain't doing all that. So express it, but there ain't no point in saying what you're saying, fam. Like I'm just trying to help you out, bro. I'm just trying to help you out. Like that, what you're saying ain't gonna happen. So. Like, but hey, express it all you want. It ain't gonna happen. So that doesn't even make sense. It don't make sense. It's not logical for a game developer to think the way that you're thinking. You're thinking from, I don't like this, so therefore change it, and therefore it's gonna do something. You're thinking, your thought process is not a logical thought process in the sense of a content or a video game developer or a publisher. That's not a logical thought process. It's just not. It's just not. And it's a very subjective thought process, right? That's based on your own opinion on the games. It's not based off of what they think. It's based off of what you think. So why would they do that? Game Freak doesn't think the way that you think. They don't think that, oh man, we got to sabotage our own game so the Pokemon company will give us more time. That makes no sense. They're not going to do that. They're part of the decision-making process. They're also part of it. So that's the reason why I'm saying, like, what you're saying, it doesn't make any sense. No adult is going to go along with that, especially at a Japanese company where pride and where honor is one of those things that they take very highly. Not everybody has pride and honor, but they're not going to do that, man. What you're saying it's not logical. So just move on from it, man. If I were you, just move on. Just don't play the games. It ain't going to happen. Or just criticize the games for what you don't like about them. But this suggestion is ridiculous. All right. So I'm not going to adjust it anymore. You keep on going on with that. They're not going to do it. So there you go. All right. Let's go. Let's get this reaction going here. About to start up. All right. Yo, Nate E with the $10 dodo. I'm here in silence. Don't tell my boss. All right, I got you, man. I won't tell your boss. I won't tell your boss. Let's go. Game Freak is in a strategic business relationship with the Pokemon Company, yes, but they all own 33% of the Pokemon brand. Game Freak, Pokemon Company, Nintendo. It's split between them. So the decisions and what they do, decision-making process and stuff like that, it's kind of like shared responsibility. But there's definitely, it's not always a smooth writing for that. Anyway, let's go. Kirby Air Riders Direct 2. I'm gonna call your boss. Wait, the presentation is how long? Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai. Picking up where we left off, I'm here to share even more about Kirby Air Riders. With so much to cover, we've split it across 2 presentations. In the last one, I covered the game overview, machine controls, air ride mode, city trial, and stadiums. Lord have mercy. That's already so much. Haven't you gone over pretty much everything? Is some of what you may be thinking. And you'd be right. I mean, right in a sense. In any case, I'll keep the news coming at a good pace to keep things exciting. By the way, in response to the previous presentation, there were some fans wondering if Top Ride would be in this game. The slot car, yep, there you go. It's a race from top-down perspective that's played on the screen. It's a pretty short mode that you'll play while viewing the race from above. Adding it to this game would be quite the ordeal, and I've already so much content we figured fans wouldn't be too upset if we left it out. We'd be forgiven. At least that's what I thought, but we did it anyway! Yeah! Let's go! Yo, we did it the second right, the
上から
man.
見たから上ライ
The
ド
top right,
とに
review
かく
things from the
プレイ
top.
して
Let's
み
get
ましょ
into
う
it.
上ライド紹介してい
I'm
きた
going
いと
to go
思いま
over
す
top ride.
マシン
Also
ライ
go
ダ
over
ーセ
how
レ
you
クトも
select
紹介してい
machines
きま
and
す
riders.
こういう風にマシンとライダーを個
You
別
choose
に選ぶことができ
machines
る
and
んで
riders
すね
separately
他
like
のモード
this.
でもそうです
This
そ
same
し
goes
て
for the
そ
selected.
れ
I
ら
want
を
to
選
select
ぶ
them.
と
Sorry, guys, it's going fast.
CP 選択に
You'll
なる
head
ん
to
で
the
すが
CPU
ここ
selection.
で
You
X
can
ボ
set
タ
the
ンを押す
CPU
ことに
settings
よっ
quickly by
て
pressing the
い
X
ろいろな
button.
CP 設
Adjust the
定が
settings like
素
the
早く
number
で
of
きるように
CPU
なって
players
い
and
ます
CPU level.
参加数とかあるいは CP レベルこ
I'm
れ
going
マ
to
ック
set
ス
it
で
to
いっち
the
ゃいま
level
す
to the max.
ライダーや
Both
マシン
riders
と
and
か
machines
は
can be
ランダ
selected
ム切り替え
individually
も
or
個
either
別
randomly
に
or
選ぶこと
individually.
もできますではこれでいって
Okay,
みま
I'll
しょ
try
う
playing with this setup.
上から見てるん
We're
です
viewing
ね
things from above.
Starting.
This is the starting line. All right, let's go.
じゃあいきます
Okay, let's begin.
この一番下にいるカービー
My
が
rider
マイキャラ
Kirby
で
is at
す
the very bottom of the screen.
ルールは一緒です
The rules are the same as in air
クイッ
ride
クスピン
mode.
もあります
You
し
can use quick spins.
いろいろな
Boost charge and drifting are virtually
そういうも
unchanged.
のも基本的に変わらないです新能力のフラッシュ
Copy abilities new to Kirby Air Rider's
ス
Flash.
ピードが上がります
Temporarily increase your speed.
こう気持ちよくドリ
As
フ
you
ト
move
を
through the
ク
race,
リ
it's a
ッピ
good
ング
idea
ポイ
to
ントを
aim for the
狙いなが
clicking
ら
point at each corner
進
and
行する
smoothly
っていうのが
drift.
いいですねところで前作から随分変わったなと思う
But by
人
the
も
way,
いる
some
か
of you
も
might
し
have
れ
noticed
ないで
something
す
different
が
about the previous game
これ
from
自
the
分
previous
の
game.
画面
The
でス
screen
ク
now
ロールを
scrolls
し
to
てるん
follow
です
your
ね
rider
一つ一つ画面を持ってるから
because each player will have their own screen.
全画
However,
面
you
に
can
して
also put top
みんなで
ride
遊
mode
ぶ
at the
こと
whole
もでき
screen
ま
and
す
play together with
これは
everyone.
まずいね
Oh, that's not
何
good.
か食らったね
Looks like something got me.
アップにしま
I'll
す
zoom in.
ドリルをつけてま
I
す
got a drill.
はいフィニッシュ
Okay,
危なか
finish.
った
That was close.
というわけで
So that's
ウ
top
ェイライ
right.
ドという
Nice and easy
簡
to
単に遊
play.
べるいいゲームでしたサクッと遊べる
You
ウ
can
ェイラ
play
イド
this
ス
mode
ピ
in
ーディ
bite
ーでいいです
size.
ね
Nice and speedy,
前
isn't
回
it?
と今回の
The big
特に
difference
大
from
き
the
い違
previous
いは
game is that
内部的
under the
には
hood, this
エアラ
version
イ
of
ド
Top
と同
Ride
じ
uses
シ
the
ステ
same
ムでで
mechanics
き
as
てい
Air
るという
Ride
こと
mode.
ですつまり簡
That
単に
means
言え
you can
ば
play using
全マシ
any
ン
of the
とライ
riders
ダーで
and
遊ぶこと
machines.
ができます前作は
The
ス
previous
ティッ
game
クを
only
倒
had
し
two
た
machines.
方向
The
に
free
進む
star
フ
which
リースタ
followed
ー
the direction
と
and tilted the control stick.
左右で向きを変え
And
る
the steer
ハンド
star
ル
which
スター
only
とい
moved
う
left
2
and
種だけ
right.
でした今回はそ
This
の
time
選
around,
択は
those
オプシ
controls
ョ
are
ン
now
的に選
options
べる
you
よう
can
にし
use
て
with any
全
of
マ
the
シンとライ
machines
ダーが
and
使えるよう
riders.
になります変更はゲーム
You
開
can
始時
select
か
your controls before the
ポーズメニューオ
from
プシ
the
ョン
pause
にて
menu.
最初に多
It
少
can be
手こず
tricky
って
at
も
first, but I
ハンドル
recommend
操作
getting
に慣れ
used
て
to
し
the
まう
steer
のがおすす
controls.
め
It's
で
up
す
to
が
you
ご
though.
自由コースは本
The
作エ
courses
アラ
are
イドのコー
inspired
スを
by
モチ
air
ーフ
ride
にしてい
courses
ま
that
す
appear in this game. Okay. Top ride course collection. Speed up with guests from windmill. Take a ride along the floating or rotating floors in flowery lane. Slip through the rising tides, then hop onto the water pillar for a huge jump. Use clouds to leap over bridges and ride twisters to go airborne. Jump across the ramp and show those corners who's boss. The sparkling crystals will light the way. Brave moving walls, high-speed lifts, different features of the course can easily turn the tide of a race. Grab falling items from the cable transports. Make your way down from the mountain while enjoying the fall foliage.
今回は前作に比べてコースが大きくなっています逆に今
Put
前
it
作
another
をプレ
way,
イすると
whenever
そ
I
の
go
コ
back
ー
to
ス
the
の
previous
狭
game,
さ
I'm
に
surprised
び
how
っくり
narrow
してし
those
まいま
courses
す
are. Yeah.
対戦において
Each
今
player can
回
use
は
their
それ
own
ぞれの
screen on
スイ
the
ッ
Nintendo
チ
Switch
で
2.
専用画面が持て
The
ますから
camera will scroll
画
and
面
follow
が
them
スクロール
individually
水準
during
します
races.
R スティックで
You
カ
can
メラを
adjust the
ある程
camera
度いじ
the
れ
right
ま
stick,
す
to some extent, or to some extent with the right
コース
stick.
全域を画
Or
面
you
に
can
入れる
set the
こと
whole
もでき
course
ま
to
す
play on one screen.
全員で同じ画面を
That
共
way
有し
everyone
て
can play
一画
together
面プレイ
sharing
も
one
できます
screen.
ね前作発売当
TV
時よ
screens
りも
also gotten bigger
テレビ
since
の
the
サイ
previous
ズが
game
上が
was
っているの
released.
で小さい表示でも
So
無
playing
理の
on
な
one
い環
screen
境
might
も
be
で
more
きるかも
manageable even with the zoomed out view.
オンラインでは最大8人まで同時プレイ
Online
で
up
き
to
ま
8
すが
players can be in
大
a
体
single
推
race,
奨
but
さ
I
れるのは
recommend
4
around
ぐらいで
4.
すね自由にしてもらえれば良いですけれど ど
But
も
you're free to do as you please. Okay.
オフラインつまり1台
Locally,
のス
with
イッ
one
チ2
screen
と
and
1つ
Nintendo
の
Switch
画面で
2,
は
up to 4 players
4
can
人ま
play,
で参加でき
along with 4
CPU を
additional
4人
computer
加えるこ
controlled
とができ
players.
ます見下ろし画面なので
Because this mode is
3D に
top down, I
画面
recommend
用
it
意
for
する方
players
にも
who
お
have
すすめで
trouble
きま
playing
す
3D action games.
なおアイテムは
Top
上
right
ライ
also
ト
has
専用のものが
items
出ていま
exclusive to
す
this mode. Top right item collection. Explodes when you pick it up, steer it clear. Boom. Ball. Leaves a fiery trail as you're drifting. Rivals caught in the flames will burn out. Attaches the drill to the front of your machine. Plow forward and send your rivals flying. When this launch homes in on rivals and causes a massive blast. Drops a wake to shake up your surroundings. Literally, you'll feel the quake the closer you are to impact. Little birds will flock towards rivals. If they're hit, the controls will get mixed up. Oh man, the mix up on the controls. Always the worst. You can also apply any kind of diorama style effect to the screen as well. Top right can be played online too. Air Ride, Top Ride, and City Trial modes can all be played online. We worked hard to make that happen. Hope you enjoy this more casual game mode that's easy to pick up and play. It's okay to make something like that for every once in a while, right? Every now and then. Top Ride is well suited for multiple people playing together on the same screen. Air Ride and City Trial can also be played in split screen. All of these modes can be played with a single Nintendo Switch 2, but you might not have a lot of controllers. But rest assured, you can pair Nintendo Switch controllers with the Switch 2. There you go. In addition to Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, you can also use Joy-Con controllers. Or the Nintendo GameCube controller for the Switch 2. There you go. For those seeking more, I might have to just roll with that. Might have to just roll with that one. On a side note, when playing Air Ride and City Trial 2-player, you can choose whether to vertically or horizontal. That was important to accommodate. Yeah, that's important. We went over 3 game modes in Kirby Air Riders. Air Ride, Top Ride, City Trial. But there's more mode I'd like to show you. Combines all 3. One more mode that combines all 3. Oh wow, combines all 3. Super mode, road trip, Mario Kart World. The old RV. We're gonna have a Sonic commercial. Choose your rider, then set off on a journey. Choose your rider. Series of stages to play through. You'll clear challenges as you progress. Let's go! I love this. I love it. You'll move left or right in the lane to select the challenge mode you want. I love this. Take on challenges from 3 main modes. Let's go. You might wind up in a battle or a race. I love modes like this. But there are also a variety of other things like stadium conquest, other challenges. Oh my god, this is great. This is so good. I love stuff like this. Might come across shops. Yes. Go right through a burning cart, power up and rest areas. Oh my gosh. Or obtain more matches or machines. Probably recommend to prioritize collecting machines. Yes. Might get stuck later, you might swap machines. This is great for streaming too. So I'm going to stream this game for sure. Some items from across the Kirby series can be picked up along the way, and their aid will determine where you head next to. Okay. Happy. Next stage. Plus, you will suddenly come across something mysterious. Oh yeah. That's that rider that they saw from the last one. Like I'll share more about how the journey begins later. Okay. Road trip route characters. Bagman. Is it Aline? Tortoodling? Twista! The animation on that's really crazy. King Golem. Computer virus. Look at that son throwing a Kamehameha? That son throwing a Kamehameha? Online. Let's look at the online functionality which allows you to play with others around the world. Okay. First off, you want to make a license. You're driving. This is how others will see you online. Unlike an actual license, you can decorate it however you want. Okay. Global wind power, global smash power. Like with glitter effects. Glitter! Or thicker. Kirby!
上の句下の
You
句
can
を組
also
み合わ
create
せ
a
て
street
通り
name
名も
by
作れ
pairing
ます
two terms together. Hardworking bench warmer.
これらはいつでも
You
作り
can
変えることがで
update
き
your
ます
license design whatever you like. Hardworking bench
オンライン
warmer.
におけるお
When
友
playing
達など
online,
と
you
の
can
合流
meet up
場
with
所になる
friends
の
in
が
the
パ
in
ド
a
ックです
padlock.
いわゆる
Paddock?
専用部屋
Paddock? Basically a lobby. Paddock.
こうなり
Paddock.
ます
Here's how it works.
楽しげですね
Looks like they're having fun. It's like the fighting
パドッ
games.
ク内をライダーで
Move
直
around
接
the
歩くことがで
paddock
きま
as your
す
rider.
ライダーごとに一つ
Creating
一つ
the
の
walking and
歩行
jumping
やジャンプを
animations
作
for
る
each
のは
rider was a lot
手
of
間が
work,
かかったけれど
but I'm glad we were able to pull it off. People don't realize the little things, man. Those are the little things like this right here.
ビュッフェがあったり
Here you'll find
集機場があっ
things
た
like
り
a
しますけど
hanger.
ここではプ
When
レイヤー
gathered
が
here,
集まり
players can set up sessions
対
for
戦のセッ
matches.
ションを組んだり簡単なやり
Or
取り
just
がで
hang
き
out
ま
and have
す
simple interactions with each other. I'm
誰かが
happy.
レースやセッションを
One
立
player
て
will
た
set
ら
up a session
そ
for
こ
a
に入っ
race.
てい
Other
く
players
仕組みで
can
す
then join in. There you go.
ショートカットでメッセージを送れるの
You
で
use
すが
shortcuts to send emotes
基本
from
的
the
に
right
は
or left
L スティッ
sticks.
クと R スティックに対応しています
Hello. Yeah, this is more in depth than
L
the
スティックを
GameCube game.
傾けてカテ
Use
ゴ
the
リ
left
ーを
stick to
選
select the
び
category, then the right stick to
R スティッ
choose
ク
your
でその
message.
中から選ぶ
Definitely more online focused for sure.
LR スティックの組み合わせ
You can use
で
a
ポ
combination
ーズ
of
を
the
取る
sticks
か
to
のよう
make,
にできるの
make
で
it look like you're
慣れる
posing.
ととてもスピーディ
You
ー
do
で
it
す
quickly with enough practice.
一つのパドックの中
Several
で
matches can
複数
happen
のセッ
within.
ションが
Okay,
同
you
時
can
進
find
行してい
matches
るこ
from
と
the
がありま
terminal.
す端末から状態が見
And
ら
if
れ
you
ま
like
すの
what you
で
see,
好
you
き
can
な
join
レ
the
ース
next
に参加してください
I'll make a lobby, then you guys don't join. Like,
あ
nah,
ら
I'm
か
good,
じめ
OJ.
マシンとライ
I
ダーを
recommend
決めて
selecting
お
your
くとい
machine
う
and
ので
rider
す
ahead of time.
参加待ちの
While
時
you're
は
waiting to join a
パドッ
match,
クの
you
中
can
で
do
好きに
various
してい
things
て
like
良いです
around the paddock. That gooey's like,
準備が整ったらお
once
呼
you
びが
get
かかります
everything is ready, you'll be whatever.
大
You'll
型
start
モ
up.
ニターを見
In
る
the
のも
meantime, you can watch it on the big screen.
ケーキの上に乗るの
Stand
も
on
自
top of the
由
cake. Stand on the cake.
流れる音楽を
Or
変え
even
ること
change
も
the
で
music
きま
that's
す
playing.
それらとは別にコピ
Changing
ー能
topics.
力を
Here are
紹
some
介して
more
おきま
copy
す
abilities. Alright, copy abilities. Extend the needles, boost charging to hit nearby rivals with a spiny attack. Cloak yourself from freezing aura while boost charging. Frozen foes will slide. Get some well-earned rest or wiggle the control stick to wake up. Night Night. Automatically kick nearby opponents. Quick spin to also get stronger. Boost charge to dig underground and dodge attacks. Release for jump attack. Got the Steph Curry. Night Night. Perform a sparking rush with a boost dash and stun any enemies you hit. Automatically rocket forward on the road and tap the special button repeatedly for an explosion! Boom! Class.
オンラインプレイを
What
行う
determines the
際
skill level
ど
of
のあ
players
たり
who
の
will be
実
matched
力層
online
と
is
マ
your
ッチングをするのかを
class.
示すのが
So skill based.
クラスです
What determines
なお
class?
ライセンスに
Note
は
that there are a
世
number
界
of
勝利
on
力
your
という数
license
値がついて
called
います
global
が
win power.
勝った数が
They'll
全ユーザー
display
のうち
where
の
you're
ど
ranked
のぐらい上
globally
にな
with
る
the
のか
total
を
number of
表します
wins.
30万と表示されていたら
So if your
30万
ranking
人
is
より上
300,000, you're above
ただし
299.
これは世界
But
戦
this is the
闘
same
力
as
ではあ
global
りませ
smash
ん
power from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I knew
勝
about
率や
that.
強さではな
Doesn't
く
measure your
単に
strength
勝利した
or your
数を
win
もと
potential,
に
but
計
instead
上してい
calculates
くも
your
のです
total number of wins.
遊べば遊ぶほど
It can
確
increase
実
the
に
more you
高くなっ
play.
ていくものでクラスとは関係あ
It's
りま
also
せん
unrelated to class.
でクラスという
Typically,
と
class is
C とか
displayed
A と
with
か
a
ラン
letter
クがあるも
C
のが一般
rank
的
or
です
A,
が本作エアライ
but
ダ
in
ー
Kirby
で
Air
は
Ride is displayed as
色になっていま
colors.
す
Green.
虹の7色で
It's
す
7 colors in the rainbow.
これは
Okay.
ランク
Instead
の
of
上
seeing
下と
these
いう
as
より
higher or
も
lower
ご
ranks,
自身が
though,
楽しく
think
遊
of
べ
them
る
as
た
a way
め
to
の
accurately
ちょうど
categorize
よくす
players.
る
That
色
way,
分けだと
everyone
思っ
has
て
a
くだ
good
さい
time playing.
高ければ
A
偉い
higher
と
rank
いうも
doesn't
ので
mean
も
you're
ない
more
のです
important.
ただ
If
ク
you
ラス
do
を
raise
高
your
め
class,
ると
however,
街
you might
に多
notice
少の
that
変化
changes
が
to
起こり
city
やすくな
chalk
るかも
are
しれ
more
ません
likely to occur. Okay, changes to
エ
city
アライ
chalk.
ド
Keep
上
in
ライ
mind
ド
that Air Ride,
シティ
Top
トラ
Ride,
イア
and
ル
City
の
Chalk
そ
all
れ
have
ぞ
their
れ
own
にクラス
respective
があるこ
classes.
と
Oh
に
my
ご
god,
注
and
意
here we go again with Sakurai being crazy. It's all crazy. Airtopia ruins, civilization from ages passed down, derelict. What will you find in these ancient floating ruins? Oh my gosh, a lot. Crystalline fissure. Crystallized structures. Oh, the music. As far as I can see, magma and other hazards lurk around. The music's gonna be a banger in this one. The music is music's I can already tell the music's gonna be really good, you know? Steam Gust Forge, an industrial area with the steampunk aesthetic. The generator hosts a fleet of all sorts of aircrafts. Oh, man, it's looking good too. The graphics on some of these look really nice. The levels, how they put them together. Look at this. The design is fantastic. It's crazy. Psycho cybernetic stage. We don't know the name. I imagine some of you enjoy the music from this. You read my mind, Sakurai. Sky Sands. You just talk about the music, how good it is. Frozen Hillside. The Checker Knights are pretty popular, right? So how do we enjoy those songs this time around? Actually, you can. Music player. Oh, I just spelled music player, right? Here's a little something we made. Music player?
3, 2, 1, start!
A jukebox? Not just the songs, either the air ride courses from previous games are also coming back. That's great. Okay, so you have all the courses. So he's just saying like the courses from the previous one. Okay, courses from the previous game. Air ride course collection. A serene path, a gentle breeze, lush greenery, and windmill on top of a small hill. Fantasy meadows. So they're bringing back old courses too. New courses and old courses. Celestial Valley. Ride through the mountain paths towards a free-flowing waterfall in the valley. All right. Dry winds blow across the coral-filled desert. Sky Sands. I don't know anybody who's sleeping on Sakurai. That's crazy. Slow flurries around an icy silvery roads. A valley of dungeons lies beyond the boiling magma. Magma flows. I spoiled it, didn't I? Beanstalk Park. Vernon halls float in the sky with Ferris wheel made of vines. It's almost like this. What is this like? The Smash Ultimate of Kirby Air Ride games? Machine passes, explore propeller-powered paths, and industrial facility with glowing bumpers. That's what okay, Party Man, yeah, I just said that. This game's like Kirby Ultimate, yeah. Winding courses contain checker patterns and mysterious floating castle checker knights. Deep darkness on the edges of ever-expanding universe. Even the stars sink into the shadow. Let me tell you guys something. Whether the content is all there or not, Nintendo's probably going to charge $70 for any big game franchise. Can you believe it? All 9 courses, plus there are 9 new courses in this game. So 18 total. 18 courses in Air Ride. Let's go. That's quite a lot, especially considering there's also stadiums and Skya. The average cruising speed is faster than the previous games, and the gameplay is different. So returning courses won't match the finish times you might have gotten before, but you can still enjoy them, as well as the music. I didn't even read that. I think I said that. The graphics have also received an upgrade. Sticking to the original visuals would have been a little too much. I'm sure nostalgia is also involved, so it might have been a little jarring to see things look the same as the previous game. You won't be able to race on the returning courses right away, so be sure to earn them through playing the game. Old school unlock. Make sure to keep the requirements for unlocking courses pretty easy. That's good. Swap replay. In Air Ride mode, you can also enjoy a different type of race. Let's introduce it. You'll select machines based on the number. 1 machine for every lap. You'll begin. Once you finish a lap, you'll automatically swap machines. That's like the stage morph. This is a race where you'll use the different machines with the same rider. Yeah, like stage morphing. Go ahead and try. Well, not quite like stage morphing, but, you know, changing it up in the middle of a race. You can even do relay with other players locally. Think of the controller like a baton pass. That's crazy. That's wild. City Trial. Here's some more information on City Trial. In this mode, in addition to power-ups, there are various items you can use. Of course, there are some new ones as well. City Trial item collection. Get a speed up. Get a temporary boost to get around Skya faster. Dizzy Beam. Hit rivals with this to mess with their controls. Okay, you have the Dizzy Beam. Special Beam Cannon. Special up. Charges up your special dodge. Go all the way to unleash your special. Item Catcher. Vacuum up items within the glowing ring. There we go. Fireworks. Repeatedly launch a volley of fireworks. Poo, poo, poo. Pew, pew, you. Laser Swiper. Swipe foes with the laser. Boost charge to make it stronger. Missile, multi-missile. Locks onto neighbor rival and homes in on them. Size up. Become giant and get straight through big man. You can also break smaller buildings. Mega Cannon. Fire a beam that even destroys terrain. Mega Cannon. About the last item, the Mega Cannon. You can charge. You can change its direction. Aim and fire. Oh my gosh, yo, the Kamehameha beam. Generally for items, blue boxes have power-ups. Green boxes contain attack items. And red boxes hold copy ability powers. Also new to this game are rare boxes. Ooh, rare. With them you'll earn even more items. As an added bonus, you might also spot a familiar face. Sandbag! Smash Brothers. Home run contest. Use quick spins to break these boxes. You can do this by rapidly moving the stick. And in the red boxes, you might even find parts of legendary machines. Ooh, there you go. Get 3 of those. You can, legendary machines, this is what we've all been waiting for. You can reorganize them from a little series called Super Smash Brothers. But they were in Kirby Air Ride first. Yeah. Then you get like a big beam cannon. Yeah. Oh, now this one you ride it though. Before it was like you would ride and hit somebody. You'd aim and hit somebody with it. Dragoon. The rule of the skies. Dragoon! Legendary ride. Ever seen pierce through the sky whenever it takes flight? Gotta have the Smash Brothers Brawl classic music. This Kirby stage. The battlefield. King of Destruction. Hydra! Legendary machine rampages across the land as the vicious avatar of destruction. Smash Brothers mentioned. Smash Brothers mentioned. Hold the phones. Hold the phones. Each one is incredibly powerful, and they're unmatched when it comes to their specialized stats. Oh my God, yo, we cooking. We cooking. With 16 players, it can be challenging to gather all the legendary machine parts. But when the parts combine together, they stay connected to each other. Okay. Since they won't scatter, it's easier to get. You completed Hydra. It might even be easier to collect in the mode I'll explain next. Team battles. Okay, that's good. Team battles. I like that. Up to 16 players. In team battles, you can now split up the players into 2 teams. That's really good. Because doing it all like free-for-all would be like kind of boring every time. 50% chance of winning. Legendary machine parts are shared between team members, so they're easier to collect. I would like to do probably team battles with this one. Whoever picks up the final part gets to ride it. In team battles, Final Stadium will always be the same for everyone. Since the stadium can have up to 8 players, if there are 10 or more players competing, they'll be split across 2 stadiums. Teams will then compete for the higher cumulative score. Okay. Not like other Smash or like Mario Kart World. If we let players choose between 4 stadiums as usual, and the team members can conspire to enter the same stadium, so this keeps things fair. Okay. On another note, this is unrelated to team battles, but Skya doesn't have the garden in the sky. There's also a floating island off in the distance. Can you go to that island? You might be able to get there with flying type machines and abilities. Noah and Mio flying through the skies. Another challenge to consider. I am the knight. Batman. Highlands. I am the Dayman. Building interior. Or no, Birdman. Y'all remember Birdman? Birdman. That memory just popped up in my head of Birdman. I used to go, Birdman! Flying in the skies. Now I gotta watch that old show, bro. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me introduce, what was it? New characters? Clever, active with tight controls, web sling around corners for extras, bursts of speed. Aim at a wall, automatically pulled in. Tarangzania or Lolo and Lala. You guys can read it real quick. I'm gonna check on something. You guys read.
近接攻撃すると相手のコピー能力を奪うことができます。いただき。
Uh-oh! Uh-oh, guys!
姿を隠しますが。
Uh-oh! I just checked the Famitsu sales! Uh-oh! Grifters are gonna be in trouble today!
さらにライダーがいます。これで新紹介のライダーは最後。
Uh-oh! Grifters are in trouble today! Uh-oh! Rent dude's in trouble today, boy! Oh, boy! Rent dude grifters are in trouble today. I don't know if they're going to be able to damage control this one. Oh, man. Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm just going to say it right here. I'll make a video on it later. But the Switch 2 sold over 200,000 units in Japan. So Nintendo was stockpiling for Pokemon Legends ZA release. It sold, actually, to be exact, 201,684 units. So for that one guy, Alan, that I debated, whoa, I want you to compare that to the last week compared to the Switch 1. Because he was saying that's I want you to compare that and see the difference. Anyway. Transform Star. Okay, another breaking news. Also, the Switch Legends ZA sold 872,000 units on the Switch 1 and sold another 612,000 units on the Switch 2 for an opening week of 1.4 million, almost 1.5 million. So, pretty big opening for Pokemon as well. So yeah. And that doesn't include upgrades, right? People that are buying the upgraded version and stuff like that. That's just the physical sales. Doesn't include digital. So yeah, rents due streamers. Remember though, guys, remember, the honeymoon period is over. It's over. Buyer's remorse. Honeymoon period's over, as it sells 200,000 units in 1 week in Japan. But the honeymoon period is over, right? Rent's due. Rent's due. Don't worry, I'll be smugging my video too. Like I was saying, I told you guys that it was gonna be a big launch in the fall, and they were stockpiling in Japan, and guess who was right? I told you. But I just got called shill for that. I got called names. Anyway, back to it. Some of the previous games' writers we talked, the cast includes characters such as mushrooms and unknown life forms. In a game all about machines, it could get noisy if all the writers started shouting. When the machine is destroyed, though, it makes a sound that's similar to a wall or whale. Wall. After all that, machines... Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry to not narrate. So the game's main voice is the announcements that will play on the courses.
Launch! 3, 2, 1, start! Wheelie Scooter!
Wheelie Scooter! 200,000 before the holiday is crazy! You choose the announcer for each language? Oh, nice! There are 2 different voices per language, so choose the one you prefer. The Japanese male voice actor is Banjo Ginya! The female voice is Maiko Omoto. Kirby Battlestar! Both of them have history with the Kirby series and help bring life to the game. As for the copy abilities weren't previously read out loud as they would be strange to have Kirby talk. The announcer adds a nice touch. Yeah. I'm doing the Japanese announcer. The voices are also provided narration in road trip mode. Hey, road trip. You can set it separately from the in-game announcer. Ooh, I like that. Customization. Announcer collection. This is so great. This is so cool. I like it. Time attack. In air ride, top ride modes, you can play time attack and free run. They don't have any rankings, you'll just compete against your own records. In time attack, you'll compete for the best time over a set number of laps. Take advantage of defeating enemies to get a boost among other ways.
3, 2,
In free run, you'll aim for the best time in a single lap. There are no enemies here. You can't use specials either. In free run, you'll see a ghost based on your fastest time. This is called the best run. You can refer back to it. That'll help you get better at the game. Now each machine has its own traits. We haven't changed their stats at all, so you won't get comparable times to other machines. Each machine has their own strengths and weaknesses, like battling or flying. Ultimately, finish times are just one element. They don't guarantee that you'll win a race. In this case, the records for each course are tracked per machine. So your best record for each machine is important. Also, there aren't any online competitions. There's no functionality to see global records. Okay. So I'd like to encourage you to think of time attack as a battle against yourself. Alright. City Trial has a free run mode. Also, you can get, yeah, it doesn't have time limit. You can just freely ride around Skya. It's quite fun, yeah, just to kind of see where everything is. Yeah. This underground parking lot has every machine lined up. You can freely swap between them. What a sight. By accessing the pause menu, you can choose a machine and have it delivered right to you. How's that for convenience? By the way, there's also a machine exclusive to free run called the Flight Warp Star. Shoutouts to Cyber Taurus, thank you for the $10 dono. This is the Warp Star with the flight capabilities pushed to the max. You're gonna use the Spanish announcer. After the NFL video I shared, yeah, the Spanish announcer is probably gonna be lit. I'm gonna use Japanese for sure. I'm gonna use Japanese. By using the special button, you can draw contrails in the sky. He's just adding anything now. But if you see them while playing solo, just select photo mode and pause menu. Man, just adding stuff for fun, like a little kid. Yeah, woohoo! Etch a sketch! Doodling! Wow! Hope you enjoy. Woo! I'm free as a bird! Field events don't happen in free run, but let's see other ones you might experience in City Trial. City Trial field event. At this point, there's so much stuff. I'm checked out, guys. I just want to play the game now. There's so much stuff. It's like almost too much stuff in this game. Like, it's insane how much stuff there is. Big love to Cyber Taurus. Thank you for another $10 dono. Let's go. Little bit of this, little bit of that, a little bit of this to that, to that, this, and that, and that, this, and add in this, and this, and that, and that, and that, add in that, and that, and this. There's too much. There's so much stuff, man. I don't even remember everything now. Oh yeah, the Gordo. I remember this. This is from the previous stream too. Those big old Gordos. That takes some processing power. A UFO, yo, Mario Kart World, UFOs. UFO mode. Wow, legendary machine appeared. Oh, the Dragoon. Rents due, boys and girls. Make them videos. Battleship. Rents due. 200,000 in Japan for the sales of the Switch 2. Let's see the rents due videos. Let's see the damage control. Anyway, I told you so. Don't worry, my video is going to be good. I got to make a video on that. Because I told you so. People trying to doubt me. Separate from City Trial mode is stadiums where you can choose the stadiums you want to play. Most stadiums take about a minute to play. It's nice having an event, even shorter sessions. Power-ups are predetermined. So the machine stats are roughly the same as Kirby Air Riders mode. By the way, City Trial also has settings called active stadiums. Rents due, no EBT. You can do things like only allowing stadiums focused on speed. If there are several types, you can adjust the ones that don't appear. You can set a specific theme, or just play it by ear. Enjoy it however you'd like. Baton Rush. Right over the buttons in battle for control of the area. High jump. I used to do high jump back in the day. But not in Kirby Air Riders as much. Like high jump action. And I hated it. I hated high jump. Where you jump over a damn pole. That thing sucked. Big battle. Bro, you just do your best to dominate the battle. Over a circuit. Race around a closed circuit. Rail panic. Navigate the grind rails to take the lead. This is, this is crazy. Sakurai is a madman, dude. Beam gauntlet. Slip past harmful lasers and make it to the end. Now I'll show you one last stadium. This one's a little different. Versus Boss. Boss mode. All right, here we go. Bosses versus King Dedede. In the previous game, there was a stadium type called versus King Dedede. You may remember some tough fights with King Dedede who rode a bike. Retire! This time around, we created the opponent exclusive to boss battles. Oh, and this isn't available to riders, but we've made a rather cool-looking machine that can transform. Oh, Mecha Dedede! Robo Dedede! Robo Dedede! Oh man, tire arms? Transformers, Dedede in disguise. Oh man, this man out here like a Transformer. Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Boss. Everyone do your best. Oh, he's huge too. You can lock in on the boss by aiming your camera. Without lock on? With lock on. Oh, you gotta lock on to that boy. You can toggle on and off for pressing the right stick. Keep that in mind. Yeah, you gotta lock out when you need to get the items that lock in when you have to fight. And some of the top right there are two control styles for lock-ons. You can change the control stop from the pause menu. Love all the options. Bosses are easy to track when you're locked on. You want to click the items though? Yep, exactly. That's the strat, like I said. I'm already giving you guys strats right now. Once you get used to it, you'll probably be fine turning it off. That's how I play. Lock on by pressing the right stick. Don't forget that. Also, rumor has that Robo Dedede isn't the only boss you'll face. There are several other bosses from. Oh wow! Under who? Oh my God! Multiple bosses as well, dude. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Checklist is also back. Checklist tool. Yeah, there we go. You can clear certain objectives. Finish lap without crashing into the wall. Oh, there you go. Achievements. Oh yeah, I told you guys the achievement list will be back. Yep, the Smash Brothers achievement list. Good idea to check if you have a specific goal in mind when playing, or like even Smash Brothers. This checklist. As you clear boxes, you'll be able to see the objective in an adjacent box. There you go. So you'll know how to clear those as well. There are rewards, of course. So keep flipping over those boxes. Yeah, man. I mean, Sakurai. There are 5 tabs, one for Air Ride, Top Ride, City Trial, Road. Oh my gosh. Woo! And online achievements. Okay, wow. The online tab, people don't have to complete that if they don't want to. Rest assured that there aren't any riders or machines locked behind the online tab. Okay, good. So you don't have to pay for the online, get that. Also, click on the unopened box. Everything will be ready to set up. Get the clarinet immediately. Oh, okay, so to instantly go to it so you can do it. That is a very good thing. If you have to go, I like that, so you don't have to manually try to go through and check back and forth. You can just hop right into it. But if you're finding it difficult to complete the objective, you can adjust the rules to benefit you. Look at Sakurai. Challenging them directly is also good, yeah, but you can make things easier. I'm not going to do that, man. I'm going to do it hardcore. I'm just going to go in. I ain't changing it. Become golden and shiny as you race with increased speed. Fire 6 shadowy bolts, 3 in front and 3 behind you. Mark dark batter. Fly up in the air, crash down a mighty explode meteorite on people. Charge up energy and unleash the powerful uppercut. Hop off your machine and switch to a full speed dash. Rip roaring Rick. Oh man's moving. Reveal your true nature and jinx the rivals jinx any rivals you come across or you touch.
You can
get the same rider multiple times. After the first time you unlock a rider, you'll start getting different color options. Ooh, nice. You can also obtain the same machine multiple times. If you ask me what to do, well, same machine, well... Customization! Form, they got customization. Decorate it. What are you doing? Decoration. My machine. Okay. Customization to the machines. My machine. Machine Gun Kelly. Here's how we can have fun with this. Oh my god, dude. This is wild, man. David, nobody cares about what PC games or what games you're ripping or hacking or stealing or whatever. Nobody cares, man. Go on your Steam Deck forums or whatever. Nobody cares. All right? People come here to tell me, I steal, I do this, it's a top. Nobody cares, bruh. Enjoy the damn stream. Stop being weird. Stop being a weirdo. God damn, dude. Just enjoy the stream. God dang. The decorated machines are called my machines. There are patterns. Decals. Accessories. And effects. You can decorate your machine with these elements. You can add in your patterns and decals while mixing and matching different sizes and angles. Feel free to create your uniquely designed My Machine. Also, this little peculiar, but there's something else that's part of My Machine, an online section called Machine Market. Okay, what's going on here? Using in-game currency, you can get machines that other players designed. I'm gonna start trashing Steam Deck every time y'all bring it up. I'm gonna start roasting it. So y'all better stop. Cause some of y'all being annoying. Like nobody cares about your damn Steam Deck, bro. Ain't nobody even buy that shit. Barely less than Wii U. Wii U body that system in sales. Stop. Ain't nobody care, bro. God dang. Who cares about your crusty ass Steam Deck? Ain't nobody even buy it. But 4 million in sales? Wii U bodied it. Any other hand you don't earn, but it's fun to see the price fluctuate. I want to decorate my riders too. I want to look stylish. Well, to answer those requests, we've also prepared headwear for the riders. Oh, stylish headwear. Steam Deck, PC, whatever the case is, ain't nobody care, bruh. Ain't nobody care, man. Like, nobody cares. That's all I'm trying to say, man. It's just weird when people... Nobody cares what you playing. Play whatever. Steal whatever. Hack whatever. Glitch. Man, do whatever you need to do, bro. Do whatever you need to do. Sunglasses. Bullhorns. Floral plan. Top knot. The same headwear can be worn by many riders. Yet, another idea we insisted on adding. Some these might look like they're shoved in, but it's also part of the charm. There you go. Note that you wear copy ability, you get a copy prioritized over headwear. After all, copy abilities do run out pretty quickly. By the way, here's a useful tip. If you mash the special button, you can quickly discard your copy ability. It'd be good to keep that in mind. Now you're probably wondering how to get the decoration element in my machine and headwear. You'll need what's essentially the game's currency called miles. Sakurai, he's enjoying doing this, bruh. He's enjoying doing this. So
走れば走る
The
ほ
more
ど
you play, the
儲かり
more
ま
miles
す
you'll earn.
放置プレイは効きま
So
せん
you'll
け
need to
ど
be actively playing.
これはマイルショッ
Miles
プで
can be
使え
spent
ま
at
す
the Miles shop.
マシンやそのデコレーションパーツ帽子
Headwear,
ライセンスカードのデコレ
license
ーション
decorations,
サウンドなどな
music,
ど
and more. Oh my
いろんな
gosh.
ものが売ってい
A
ま
lot of
す
stuff
が
sold at the shop.
マシンの
This
性
is
能を
crazy,
上
but
げ
rest
るよう
assured
な
there
も
isn't
のは売っ
anything
てい
here
ません
that
ので
improves the
ご
machine's
安心を
performance. Okay, that's good. Don't want
そして
unfair
もう
balance.
一つマイルで
Another
は買え
thing,
な
you
い
can't
収集
purchase
要
them
素
with
がありま
miles.
す
I don't know what he said, but you can't purchase them with miles.
グミです
They're called gummies. Gummy this.
マシンの形の
Here
グ
are
ミが
some
ありますね
machine-shaped gummies.
全種類のマシンが
There's
あ
a
ります
gummy of each machine. Why is this even a thing?
オンライン
When
で
playing
は
online
対
for
戦
each
して
rival you beat,
誰
in
か
other
に勝つ
words,
と
higher than
つ
you,
まり
you'll get
順位が
one
上回
gummy
ると
of their machine.
ライバルが乗っていた
I'll
マ
play-
シンのグミを一つずつもらえます
It's like a cop, so you can get like what they
ゴール
use.
すると
Their
下位
loadout.
の人からグミが
You
飛
can
び
see
出し
gummies
ますね
popping out of the lower placed opponents. It looks like a real gummy though.
オ
Like
ン
you
ラ
can
イン
eat
し
it.
ない人のために
Non-online
一人用
players
で
can
も
also
少し
gradually
ず
earn
つも
gummies
ら
by
えること
playing
になってい
solo.
ます
Oh my gosh.
で手に入れた
Also,
グ
you
ミは
can't
食
eat the
べら
gummies,
れはしませんが
but you can play with them. Oh my god, you reads my mind.
カービィっぽいカーソルがあり
Here's a
ま
Kirby
して
shaped cursor.
グミを発射した
They
り
need to make some Kirby Air Riders
吸い寄
gummies
せたり
that you can actually like some real gummies. Or yeah, like they need to make that.
グミを眺め
Pressing
る
the
ことも
plus
でき
button,
ま
you can
す
observe the gummies. Please, Nintendo, make them. We need some
普段
Kirby
意識して
gummies.
いなくて良い様子で
Something
す
you have
が
to constantly pay attention to, but I hope you become a
目指してください。
gummy millionaire. Oh my gosh. Why is this even a thing? It's here though. It's a thing. It's a thing. Sakurai cannot be stopped, dude. This guy is freaking wild, man. He is absolutely wild. Slick Star. Shout out to David, though, man. I appreciate you, fam. Thanks for being a good sport in the chat. Dragoon. I would definitely buy these like on launch day. I mean, I don't like to eat sugar too much just because, you know, health. But yeah, I would definitely buy them on launch day. The garage. What up, OJ? I'm doing good, Kevin. How are
いろん
you?
なマシンを飾って楽しむことができます
Thank you for the $5 dono. Let's go. I'm doing good, man.
ガレージには種類
Garages
や
come in
広さもあ
different
ったり
sizes
し
and
て
styles.
パドックから人
You
を
can also
招く
invite
ことも
others
で
to your
きま
garage
す
from the paddock.
コレクション要素と
Please
して
enjoy the
どうぞ
garage and fill it with machines you've collected or covered or purchased or whatever.
まず
Music
今
to
回の
start. The
作曲家
composers for
は
this game
酒井
are
翔吾
Shogo
さんと
Sakai
岩
and
垂典之さんで
Noriyuki
す
Iidare.
酒井さんは前
Iwadare
作担当の音楽家
Mr. Sakai
岩垂さん
He did it
は
before, I
今
guess.
回のメインテーマなどを
Iidare worked on
手掛
several
けていただいています
songs for this game, including the main theme.
スマブラやシンパルテラにも参加してい
He's
ただいて
also
いま
worked
す
on
ね
Super Smash Bros. series and Kid
そ
Icarus
して今
Uprising.
回シティトラ
This
イア
time
ル
around
に
for
は
City Trial,
ス
we've
マ
also
ブラで
implemented
おな
My
じみの
Music,
俺曲セレクトを実装
which
しま
you
し
may
た
remember from past. Yeah, well, yo, let's go. Chad T with the $10 dono.
これ
The
は
head of Switch 2
フィールド
opposition.
であるスカイアの音
I
楽
feel like
向上
most
確
can
率を
guess
決められる
who
もの
already has a community post about Switch 2 and Pokemon sales. The internet moves fast.
前作の音楽でも走れてしまうしおまけ曲も少しはあります
The immediate damage control. The immediate
な
constant
お
damage
サウンド
control.
テストももちろん実装していますまた前作同様エアライドとウェライドのコース曲には
It's right, dude. Right? Is this not?
低確率で流れる裏曲を
Is
設
this
定してい
not
ま
what I was
す
saying though, fam? How do you have a community post about the sales in the morning? Go to work, dude.
任天堂ミュージックにも新たに曲を追加しましたのでお楽しみください
Oh my god, fam. Go to work. This man's a bum. This man's a bum.
メニュー画面にも触れておきたいと思います前回はこんな感じでしたが今回はタッチがだいぶそれはもうだいぶ異なります
What a bum.
こんな感じ机の上をモチーフにしています
What a bum. That's a bum ass.
各ゲームモードにと移動します
He's a
ま
bum.
たカーソルには人形がついて回っていますね公式アカウントの
Woke up the damage control.
机上のアクリル板には項目のイメージや説明がありますから
I love it.
困ったら見てもらえればと
Oh.
なお主要
By the way, we minimized them in order to highlight the main modes.
右下にあるタブがとても大事です
Oh my gosh, there are even more elements within the tabs for what I went over today. So please take a look at when you get the game. Wait till Gen 10 Pokemon comes out. Just make the post right now. Damage control the post right now. Just do it right now. Put it in your draft, because you're going to have to do it again. You thought this was good? Wait till Pokemon Gen 10 comes out next year. You bum! Press the L button, you want to see it. Also, start each online mode, you can press the Y button to see tutorial. Okay, yeah, that's good. It's helpful if you're already playing with people who haven't played or if you haven't played in a while. You can invert. Thank you for the $10, Chad. As well as freely remap buttons. You can also keep track of your personalized settings by giving them names. Although you don't use that many buttons in this game anyway, so the button settings are straightforward. Okay, that's good. Still, being able to map is good. If you use map, boost charge, and special to L and ZL, you can play the game on one hand. Oh, no! If you're not used to mapping buttons, you might seem intimidating to mess with the options. Nothing in this game requires you to remap the buttons, so I hope you'll give it a try. One Joy-Con! Also be useful finding your preferred machine and rider combo. Also accessibility features and options. This time though, there are something I wanted to implement no matter what. Visual effects. We've also included various countermeasures for the action on screen. Okay, to help with the dizziness. For example, you can add a lot of stuff that can help you get around more grounded, but it gives the impression the screen isn't shaking. Oh yeah. Or you can change the camera. Oh, field of view is big. Yes. Zoom it out. Please try to align with the camera movement settings to find something that works for you. Yeah. This is good. Because then you can get kind of nauseous, like with the shaking and how fast it goes. Would you rather not change the settings individually? There are preset options. Okay, yeah. Definitely good. Oh, wow. That being said, a camera with a little less movement is less dynamic, so it might make the game a little different. But of course, it depends on your preferences. Yeah, it depends if you get nauseous or not. So do what's best. Yeah. Zoom it out. No shake. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to zoom it out and less shake. Amiibo! Kirby Air Riders Amiibo figures are on the way. The Amiibo unlike any you've seen before. Here's a Kirby Amiibo from Super Smash Bros. And here's Amiibo from this game. Oh wow, much bigger. It's huge. What a difference in size. Let me show you Bandana Waddle Dee as well. Oh, and Kirby can also rotate. Plus, you can do this in swap riders. This man charging us more for these amiibos in the actual game. The Machine Rider combo you will set will appear in the game. You can train it as a figure player. The rider gets experience, not the machine. By scanning the amiibo, you can change the poses for Kirby doll in the main menu. You can also change it to match the machine and rider pair that you can scan or you scan. But with such elaborate specifications, we probably couldn't make very many of them. Or you did. So you made more of them. Oh my gosh. $10,000. $10,000 for everything. Kirby and the Warp Star. Oh man. Bandana Waddle Dee and Wingstar. Meta Knight and Shadow Star. King Dedede and Tank Star. You can thank the tariffs for these things being so expensive too. If you talk about the story, it's kind of a spoiler. I mean, he might mention some of the story, but I'm probably going to get the Meta Knight one, though, and the Kirby one. We're really making all these shocking. You think the day would actually come? I never imagined this when working on the previous game. Over 20 years ago, huh?
なおタンク
In
ス
this
ター
game,
プ
the
ッシュ
tank
する
star
と
will
形態が変わる
transform
んで
when
す
you
が
boost charge.
付け替えて楽しむこともで
That's
きます。
huge.
これが設置形態。
This is the ground form.
こうして
If you do this
こうすると
and do this,
これが滑走形態。
change to a gliding
走る
form.
んですね。
Man, that's crazy.
そろそろ今回の映
We're
像
almost
も
at the end
終わ
of
り
this
に近づい
presentation.
ていますが、序盤でご紹介したロードトリッ
Wanted
プ
to touch on road trip that we did earlier. King Kirby, King Dedede, Waddle Dee, Starman, and many others go on a trip.
なんで
But why?
ここで
Here's the
旅立ちの
opening
きっかけ
movie,
となる
which shows the
オープニン
reason
グを
why everyone
見
is
てやってくだ
embarking
さい
on a journey. Wow. The opening journey. Let's go.
From out of the sky, air ride machines rained down like shooting stars.
Some lore.
They were found in all shapes and sizes, but with no ability to move on their own. However, if someone touched them and shared their will, the engines sprang to life, and they were able to move with incredible speed. These individuals were called riders. Soon, vehicle and rider pairs were a common sight, partnering up for everyday travel,
Sure.
as well as thrilling races. One day, some riders noticed their vehicles were acting strange. They were looking somewhere far away. If you wish to go there, let's go. But what awaits these riders and machines at the end of their journey toward the unknown?
Got a whole story, lore behind it.
エアライドマシンって
That's how air
こ
ride
んな
machines
感
are
じで生まれ
born?
ていたの発表ムービーで
In this announcement trailer, Kirby was hitting the warp star, right?
昭和のテレビの
I
よ
was
うな
told it
直し
resembles
方
how
だと
you
言わ
fix
れ
a
ました
television
が
back in the
あれ
day.
は壊れ
But
た
that
ものを
wasn't
叩
Kirby
いて
hitting
直して
something
い
to
るので
fix
は
a
なく
broken object.
降り注いできたマシン
Kirby
を
caught a
捕ま
falling
え
machine
あ
and
たかも天かすカ
like a
ースの
spark
ように
flint or
バ
kicking
イ
a
クの
bike
キ
into
ックのよ
gear
うに
channeled the
一瞬
necessary
切り込ん
will
でいたわけです
into the
意味があ
machine.
ったんですね
So it meant something. It always
マ
means
シンとラ
something.
イダーが一
It's
つに
an
なって繰
unusual
り
story about
広
a
げられる
machine
ち
and
ょ
rider
っと変わ
becoming
った
one.
旅路誰もが主役
Everyone
です
is the main
大王
character.
も
The king, the knight, the chef, even the mushroom.
キノコも誰でも最終地点
Everyone
に
can
向か
make
う
it
こ
to
と
the
ができ
end
ま
of the
す
journey. How can you not love video games? Sakurai loves video games. You can tell the passion is so much there, man.
これは反生
This is
命
the
体ゾラ
inorganic life form Zora.
意志を持つけど動けず
It has a
気
consciousness
が遠くなる
but
ほ
can't
ど
move,
長い
and
時間を
incredibly
過ご
long
した
time
ゾラ
Zoras
の
wishes
願い
to
を
act
中
as
心とし
foundation
て
of sets the
運命が
fate
動
into
きます
motion.
お
Is
後
he the
は
one that?
本編
As for the rest of the
楽しみ
story, I hope you're looking forward to the game's release. Okay, so that's pretty much like the story mode. The road trip mode is like the story mode.
カービィのエアライダーのいろいろご紹
I
介
was
して
able
き
to
まし
present a
た
lot of things. Thank you
ボ
for the
リューム
$2,
でかいな
Vito. That's a vast amount of content.
私のチャンネルと
I
地
ended
続
up
きでの
going
制作と
doing
な
this
りま
right
した
after I
が
finished
全
filming
作
my
費
YouTube
10倍
channel.
以上の工数
But I
が
think
か
it
かっ
took
ている
10
と思い
times
ま
the
す
amount of resources to make
今
compared to
時の
Kirby
ゲー
Air
ムを
Ride.
作り
In
形
this
に
day
する
and
には
age, creating a
びっくりす
game
る
and
ほど
bringing it to
労
life
力
takes a
がかかり
surprising
ま
amount
す
of
ね
effort.
しかし
But I think
価値
that
あるものが
reflecting
できた
in
と
the
思う
final
ので
product,
ぜ
I
ひ
hope
楽
so.
しん
I
でも
hope
らえ
you
ればと
enjoy
思
it.
い
I
ま
think I
す
will.
今回この
I
ゲー
do
ムを
believe
制
the
作する
passion,
ことに
passion
な
and
ったの
support from
は
the fans was
や
a
は
big
り
reason
ファンの
why
熱
this
い
game was
声援が
made.
大きかったのだろうと思います。ゲームを作るの
You
に
have to
は
spend time
時間
and
も
money
コ
to
スト
make
も
games,
かかりますか
so
ら
those wishes aren't
必
always
ずしも
granted.
叶うとは限りません。そんな中
And
前
thanks,
作が
thanks
支
to
持
the
されたこ
support
と
and the
も
efforts
そ
of
れにより
great
多
many
くの人
people,
の力により今作を
we were
作
able
れ
to
た
make
こと
this
も
game
感
a
謝しており
reality.
ますなお
Just so you
DLC
know,
の
we're
販売
not
は
planning
予定し
any
ていません
DLC.
これらの
Everything
もの
is
は
here.
全てです
Okay, that's fine.
またシリー
Also,
ズ
I'm
を
not planning
重
on
ねる
making
つも
this
り
an
もあり
ongoing
ません
series. This is
最
it.
初から本
I've
作
done
全
everything
力
I have
購
to
入
this
の
game
つ
from
も
the
り
start,
です
so I hope you don't
こ
miss
の
this
機会を
opportunity.
お見逃し
This
な
is
く
it. That's all. Last straw. That's it.
今回ご紹介する中には
Some of the things I covered today will be
発売日
implemented
の更新により
via day
実
one
装される
update.
要素もあるのでパッケージ版を入
So
手
if
し
you're
た
sure to
ら
download the update if
す
you're
ぐに
planning
オ
on
ンラ
buying
イン
the
アップデート
physical
などをお
version.
願いします
Right up to the last
ぜ
second.
ひ楽しんでください
So I hope you
それ
enjoy.
では
See you later. Oh boy. There was a lot. All right, giving us a little cutscene here. No DLC needed, man. I agree, man. There ain't no DLC needed. You don't need any DLC for this. Sorry for my green screen acting crazy, guys. You don't need no DLC for this, man. There's enough content. Kevin with the 5. So much good information about Kirby Air Riders. Yeah, man, a ton of information. Go. Oh man, look at this beautiful cutscene. Oh, this looks nice. Yeah, they definitely Sakurai, they put everything they got into this, man. Uh-oh. That's like some type of thing here. I think it's gonna end on that, yeah. Online demo. Oh, an online demo event. Okay, global test ride, November 8th. Okay, let's go. November 8th. So in a couple weeks here, online test ride. Let's go. All right. I like that. Let's go. An online test ride so we can try it out ourselves and see. I'm telling you, this is a good event. Oh, Sakurai's the only person in the history of people that can do a 1-hour yap fest of modes and content and it not get boring. And it just not be boring. Like, Sakurai's like the only guy in the world that can do that. Like, legitimately the only guy in the world that can do stuff like that, honestly. I don't think anybody else can do that. He's the only guy. Cyber Taurus with the $10. Let's go.
Wow, if I hadn't already ordered my physical copy, this would have sold me on it for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
This game is fire.
Yeah, it listen, man, it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. I gotta get an extension for that. We gotta get a Noah overclock for that. Man, that was a great event, man. He cooked. He was the whole hibachi chef. This thing looks like it's packed. Listen, it looks like it's packed way more content than all the other kart racers out there, the Mario Kart World and even Sonic Racing Crossworlds. This looks to be a behemoth of single player, multiplayer, online. Like, this seems to be the most complete packed kart racer racing thingy that I've ever seen in my life. This might be the one. Honestly, this might be the one. Like, this is the most packed in terms of content that I've ever seen. Mario Kart games, even all the Mario Kart games, maybe Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but that's just really tracks. In terms of modes and features, this even got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe beat. Doesn't have as many, obviously, the characters, the amount of characters doesn't have that beat, and the amount of race courses, it's nowhere near close to that. So Sakurai, he had to balance, okay, we don't have as many courses as other places, and they're not as big or as impressive, because there's only, 16? But the content is all there. And they have, like, the Skya, right? They have, like, different things. So, yeah, he did a good job of balancing it where it's needed, because there aren't as many courses or even riders as other games, but there's a lot of content and a lot of stuff to do as well. So they balanced it in a certain way. Initial J with the day one purchase, how Mario Kart World 80, bro, with the video pricing. I think Mario Kart's 80 simply because it's Mario. That's the reason why, because they're thinking, hey, we can get this, we can get 80 for it. And I said that back then. But I also think it's because it took them 8 years to make the game of like full-time, big, full Mario, Mario Kart team. It took them like 8+ years. Because they started in like, what was it? They started like in 2019 or 20, like they started, or it took them like 7 years, my bad, 7 or 8 years to make the game. So I think that's the reason why. I think this game was made in like, I think Sakurai even said it was made like in 2 or 3 years. So I think it's the amount of time in terms of development. So yeah. Let's see here. Every machine, and obviously Kirby Air Riders, I mean, it's got Skya, but it's not really an open world game, right? It's got a limited amount of courses. It's not exactly as big in terms of some other kart racers out there, like with the amount of content, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Mario Kart World. So it's not as big as those, but they have a lot of content packed in. And Sakurai's done that before. I mean, he'll take a game, like Super Smash Bros. Melee, for example, right? And that game doesn't have that many characters, but there's still a good number of things to do. It wasn't really until Super Smash Brothers, I'd probably say like Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, obviously it blew the character number out the water. But before that, it was pretty manageable in terms of character counts for Smash Brothers games, up until Smash Ultimate. Smash for Wii U was okay, but I mean, they added a lot via DLC and stuff, but that was also manageable in terms of the opening roster. But Smash Ultimate just added everybody. But even till then, like, Sakurai didn't have like the most characters in his fighting, like in Smash Brothers. It would just be, a good amount of characters, but not like as much as like some Mortal Kombat games or other titles out there. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus, though. Thank you for the big $10 dono. Also, Justin with the 3 says, so my predictions were pretty good, huh? Yeah, Justin pretty much got everything right when it comes down to that. He pretty much got everything right with that. It was pretty wild to see that. Let me add up some more of these combos, though. Nate E with the 10, 20, 25. Kevin, thank you so much. 25, 35, 37. That is 42, 45. And 55. So shout outs, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you for the multiple donos during the stream. You guys seem to be enjoying the actual reaction and all of that. So you guys seem to be enjoying. So 55 coming in during that presentation. Thank you guys so much before and after. Let's go. Combo breaks to that. 182 on the board. Platinum and a half. Let's get that platinum and a half limit break going as well, too. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate you guys. Rent's not due here. Appreciate you guys' support, man. Thank you guys for sharing my passion and sharing my love for video games in a constructive and a good way. So the thing about it, what I want to discuss, we can talk about Kirby, but I am going to make a video on this, so look out for my video. I'll do a little bit more studying, but we do have the Famitsu sales. So when you see, like I told you guys, and like I said, maybe some of you guys don't like me talking about this, but I'm not going to talk about other people in my videos a lot. I'm not going to do that. But when I tell you guys that rent due streamers are rent due streamers or content creators, this is what I mean. They're sitting here and telling you that there's buyer's remorse. They're sitting here and they're telling you that the honeymoon period is over. They're sitting here and damage controlling good sales of a system. They're sitting here. It's all a grift. It's all a grift. I've been trying to tell you guys this, and now we actually have proof of what I was saying. Some people were saying, I did a debate with one guy that was saying that he doesn't think Switch 2 is going to do well because he compared the previous year's sales in Japan to the current sales of the Switch 2. So, sorry, the previous year's sales of the Switch 1, so 2024 sales, and lined them up and said that the Switch 2 is not doing so much better than the Switch 1, so it's not going to do well. I told him that's an idiotic thought process because if you line them up compared to launch a line from 2017, it's actually doing better overall. And in Japan, you're going to see they're stockpiling. They've been having sellouts. You're going to see big explosions once we actually get some of the big games. So when you see a big game, that's how systems sell. A lot of people online think that people buy systems based off of sunshine, rainbows, and figureheads like Reggie Fils-Aimé, who's not a figurehead, but you guys know what I mean, right? He's not a figurehead. Let me just make sure I say that. Or like people just talking. That's not how systems are sold. Systems are sold based off of games. Big games that people are excited to play, that's how systems are sold. System selling games. For some reason, people online think that that's not how people buy games. I don't know why, but for some reason, people don't understand this. So when I say exclusives sell consoles, this is what I mean. So we already have people trying to damage control and trying to sit there and grift your way because they told you that there's buyer's remorse, and they told you all these different wild things, that how it's nobody's buying it and it's not doing that great and all this stuff, okay? And so they have to come out and make excuses when it goes against their narrative. So what we saw right now for the Famitsu sales. So Pokemon Legends ZA just came out, right? Highest selling new release. This is only physical, no digital sales, where it's #1 in Japan. All right. And Pokemon Legends ZA sold 1.5 million units plus, or 1.48 million, not including digital. You include digital, probably add about another 30% on top of that. So you're probably looking at about 2 million units in the first 3 days. It only tracked it for 3 days of sales. So 872,000 units on the Switch 1. 612,000 units on the Switch 2. Actually, almost 613,000 units on the Switch 2. 1.4 million. The Switch 2 sold 200. The Switch 2 system itself sold 200,000 plus units. 201,684 units for And if you compare that to the Switch 1, so people think, oh, Switch 1 sold a lot of copies. Did the system sell that much? Nope. People went out there and bought a Switch 2. It only sold 23,000 for the past week. The Switch 1. So the Switch 2 sold almost 20 times the amount. Oh, no, sorry, 10 times. 10 times the amount of the Switch 1 for the week. And obviously, Switch 1's already the best-selling system. It's already been out forever. People already got it. So obviously, people are going to buy Switch 2. But 200,000 units. People were trying to say the Japanese sales aren't that great. Okay. Where's that? Here comes the damage control. I was trying to tell you guys, when the big games come, you're going to see big. And the reason why this is significant, and I'll have more thoughts about this, and I'll have comparisons to other games and all that. The reason why this is significant is because it's the start of the holiday season. So as we get closer to the holiday, Black Friday, Christmas, the sales either stay par or ramp up quite a bit. And Nintendo's been stockpiling just for this time period in Japan. And now here comes the explosion, 200,000 units plus. That is significantly better than any other system, easily. And puts a big chunk into the Nintendo Switch 2 sales right there. Now going on almost 2.5 million in Japan by itself. By the way, here in the US, it sold around 2.7 million. So in Japan, it sold 2.4 million. Only 300,000 units under that. So, well, that's as of, well, these sales are up to date for Japan, whereas in the US, it's only up till September. So it doesn't count all of October's sales. So yeah, whereas Japan, it does. But it's somewhat close. So that tells you right there, man. Japan's going to cover the weaknesses of the other areas. So yeah. Ray Zink, I think I told you I didn't see the leak of the $100 off Black Friday. I already answered your question. No, I don't think it's going to affect Switch 2 sales because if somebody wants a Switch 2, they're going to buy a Switch 2. If somebody wants a PS5, they're going to buy a PS5. The Switch 2 and PS5 are two different systems. So you're going to make your purchase based off of what you want to play. You're not going to make your purchase based off of if I have $100 or not, like I'm getting $100 off or not. Now, if it's an Xbox versus a PlayStation, then yeah, I think that could make a determination, or that could make a difference between what you buy. But if someone wants a Switch 2, they want it for the portable play, they want it for the Nintendo first party games, and $100 isn't going to tell them to buy it or not. That's not going to be the determining factor for the large majority of people out there, you know, at this point. Because if you're buying a PS5 now, you're waiting, right? Or somebody's buying it for you, or you're waiting, or you didn't have the money before, or you were young. So if you want a Switch 2, you're going to buy a Switch 2. If you want a PS5, you're going to buy a PS5. It's like saying, are people going to buy an Xbox Series S over a Switch 2 because it's hundreds of dollars cheaper? Well, it used to be hundreds of dollars cheaper. No. Or because are you going to buy Xbox Series S because it's cheaper than a PS5? Well, no, not really. People still bought the PS5 over the Xbox Series when it launched. They didn't care. They want it because they want it for Sony's franchises. They want it because they want a PlayStation. So no, it's not going to matter. So yeah. So no, it's not going to matter at all. But yeah. But I already answered your question, but I answered it again. But anyway, yeah, so essentially that's what happened there. So you're going to see people, you're going to see the rent-due streamers or the rent-due content creators. You're going to see them damage control. You're going to see them sit there and say things, you know, when it comes down to that. And they're going to sit there and manipulate and shift numbers and try to act like it's not good when we all know that's really good. Anyway, Simeon Coin with the $10 dono and says, morning OJ, just getting in. Sakurai is playing with power, super power, dread power, beyond power, smash power, hyper beam power, amiibo power, birdman power, dragoon power, and more. Mega Man 5 Wave Man. Yo, that is a great comment, fam. That is an incredible comment. I love that comment. Also, Bog J with the $2 dono coming through. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Wave Man. Wave Man, Mega Man 5. Mega Man 5. Thank you for that. Thank you for that $10 dono, Mr. Simeon Coin. I appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Wave Man theme. All right. Here we go. I like Wave Man. Thank you for the $10. Also, Justin with the dollar says, also, if you missed it, the direct, there's some more riders hidden to be unlocked. Dude, I've got so much, there's so much stuff at this point, you know? Bog J with the 2 says, I wasn't able to watch since I'm at work, but I seriously can't wait. Going to also pick up Sonic Racing on Switch once the Switch 2 version is out. Going to have Mario Kart, Sonic Racing, and now Kirby Air Riders all on one device. That's what makes Switch 2 really good, man. The fact that you can play all those great kart racing games on one platform, you know, in good quality. Hey, man, it's a good problem to have. It's a good thing to have. Overall, it's definitely a good thing. Let's go. Shout outs to Bog J. Shout outs to Simeon Coy and Justin. All coming through with the donos. 190, what was that? 195 on the board. Yo, we are 5 combos away from a double platinum. Yo, the Buster Sword coming out. Going further than beyond, baby. Rent is overdue. Time to make 10 videos. Time to make damage control videos. I'm surprised they added Revenge of Meta Knight Brawl music to this game. Oh, yeah. Looking at these Famitsu sales right after Sarah Bond said exclusives are antiquated is absolutely hilarious. It is pretty funny. But once again, as a big, like, they're buying multiple companies. Like, if you buy Call of Duty, are you going to make Call of Duty exclusive? I thought at one point, but clearly they did it. If you buy all this stuff, like, it's a tough spot to be in. They banked on Game Pass, you know, actually coming through, and it didn't. I don't think they banked on getting sued by Sony, so they had to make concessions with Call of Duty and stuff like that. So it's one of those things, man, to where it just didn't work out the way that they felt like it, so they have to pivot. They have to pivot overall, you know? So yeah. Nintendo doomed. Let's see here. Pokemon. I'm gonna look up something right here. Pokemon Legends. Arceus. Famitsu's. We're gonna look up Pokemon Legends. I can't look up Arceus because people are just, it's just doing. Alright. Gamatsu sales. Okay, no, this was Elden Ring. Pokemon Legends. So yeah. Famitsu. Let's see here. Nintendo stayed true to the course and won in the end. At some point, Elden Ring officially got delayed to 2026. I think we all knew that it was going to be delayed. I think we all knew that that game was probably going to be delayed, considering they didn't have a release date, and Nintendo hasn't talked about it. There hasn't been anything just yet, so yeah, like, I think we all knew that was going to happen. That didn't surprise me at all. But yeah, it needed a delay. Although, from what I understand, I forgot the journalist, but from like the last play session of that game, it looks like it was a lot better than what we got, what we saw beforehand. So it looks like they're working on making sure that it runs good. Hype for Prime 4 is real. You getting Prime 1 through 3 art book? I might. I gotta see what it offers and stuff. So yeah, I might pick that up. People were saying, what else is there to show? Then a second direct announced. Sakurai proved them all wrong. The direct was one of the most packed direct for a single game. That was the most packed direct that I've ever seen for a single game, for sure. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Not bad at all overall. So not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. So let me give you guys a little bit of a shout outs to Vadset with the $10 JoJo.
J-O-O-O-J-O-O-O-O Kirby time. Here is a dono for you. This was a great stream this morning. The AI is something else from Grok, and most of we are still getting everything fully together. Have a great morning. J-O-O-O-J-O-O music wrecked Kirby. Right back at ya theme.
Shout outs right back at you. I got you, man. Thank you for the $10 dono. Also, Kevin, thank you for the $5 dono. It says, I just got my copy of Trails in the Sky. Yes, sir. Let's go. 15 on the board. You guys are out here tonight, man. Let's get the hype going. Shall we? Let's get the music going. Let's get the hype going. I'm out here. We out here. Let's go. All right. Let's see here. Kirby. Right back at ya theme. Thank you, Kevin, for the $5 dono. Thank you, That's It, for the $10 dono. Let's go. Kirby. Shout outs though. Plus, request music, Metro Prime. Okay, so when it comes to music requests, guys, it's only for people that drop donos. You can drop the lowest amount though. You can drop $1 and put that music request in. And the reason why I do that is so I don't have 250 people spamming me what music to do. Because I used to do it that way, and it was just me constantly typing music. So drop a dono of any amount, and then put the music request that you want, and I'll play it for you. All right. Chrono Rig with the $1 or with the $5 dono says Pokemon selling over 1 million in Japan only. I was told online Digimon was going to sell out, outsell it. Anybody that said Digimon's going to outsell Pokemon is a complete moron. There is not anybody that was smart that said that. There ain't no way. Digimon's never outsold Pokemon. So yeah. So yeah. What was your favorite reveal from the direct? My favorite reveal from this direct was the world the road trip mode. That was my favorite reveal from this one, was the road trip mode. From the Kirby direct, road trip mode for sure. Also, we got a double platinum too. Let's go, guys. We out here tonight. Limit breaks. Should we pop one? What's up? Let's go. I had 0 instinct this game, and to get it, should have known better than to underestimate Sakurai. Underestimate Sakurai at your own peril. So I compared, like I said, I'm going to make a video on this because I'm going to look at other stuff, but I compared Pokemon Legends Arceus and the sales numbers for that game. And it's actually pretty comparable in Japan. It opened up at 1.4 million. So this one, 1.42. So not including digital. So Pokemon Legends ZA opened up a bit higher between Switch 1 and Switch 2. And also another thing is that the system sales, so the system seller-ish type nature of it. Obviously the Switch 1 was already, 5 years old, or going on 5 years old, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. It was going on 5 years old at the time, so you're not going to get the same amount of, system boosting sales. But the Switch 1 sold 99,000 units when Pokemon Legends Arceus dropped in January 30th. Or when did it drop? Was it January? Yeah, it was January 28th. Yeah, January 28th or something like that. So it did 99,000, so almost 100,000 units in sales. Whereas if you look at the Switch 2 did 201,000 units. So obviously it's a little bit different because you're talking about the beginning of a system's launch compared to like the mid to tail end of a system's launch. So you're not going to get the same amount of sales there. But and it's also January compared to getting into the holiday season, so after the holiday, so it's not going to be the same. But it is a boost up, and it is a bump up from Pokemon Legends ZA, or sorry, from Pokemon Legends Arceus in terms of sales wise in Japan. And of course, digital sales ratios are higher. They are now. There's a bigger install base. You also have the Switch 2, so there's also things to factor in that ZA definitely beat out Arceus in terms of overall sales from what we know in Japan. So yeah, I definitely did better. So yeah. Shout out to Jeffrey Tucker with the dollar donut. Says my B-Day is tomorrow. Buck Bumble, please. All right. For the B-Day, I'll give you a Buck Bumble for the B-Day. I'll give you a buck, because you're awesome. I'll give you a Buck Bumble for that one. Oh man. Happy birthday though, man. Happy birthday, dude. Seriously, happy birthday, brother. Shout out to my man Jeffrey T. He's the homie. Good to see you here, man. Good to see you roll through. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Let's go. We're gonna do a Buck Bumble remix though. Super Buck Sunshine. Super Buck Sunshine. Gotta roll. Gotta rock it. Buck Bumble be rocking, bro. Never just I don't know, the people with Digimon, that was never gonna outsell it. That was never gonna outsell it. You know what I'm saying? It was never gonna outsell it. It never was. So I don't know why people were thinking that, So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, man, we even got people in the Gamatsu comment section talking about slop tubers, mentioning YouTubers. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, man. People are making excuses for it, saying, "Oh my gosh," saying, "Switch 2 sales exploded. The power of Pokemon. Sony just can't compete." Yeah. So yeah. And also another thing though, guys, to mention with another thing here to mention, which is also important, that the sales of ZA that we went over, that doesn't include the console bundle sales. So once again, a lot of those were probably the console bundle, so it doesn't include that. So keep that in mind as well. So yeah. Let's see here. Shout outs to Paul Gale Network with the 50 months. I appreciate that, man. Keep the good videos coming. Thank you, Paul Gale. You too, man. Shout outs. Good stuff. I love the shorts. Switch 2 is killing it so far, especially with the exclusives. Gotta have the exclusives, man. Something about Kirby Air Riders looked super boring. Z, yeah. I don't know what game you watching, fam, but that didn't look super boring to me. I saw a lot of people in the chat here saying I wasn't convinced, but now I'm convinced that I'm gonna pick up the game. So I don't know. It don't look boring to me. It looked fast. It looked frantic. It looked like it's got a ton of content. It's got a lot of modes. It's got single player. It's got local. It's got online. It's got, man, it looks like it's pretty stacked, to be honest. It looks rich, full of content, chunky bunky. So yeah. OJ, who will you be maining Kirby Air Riders? Meta Knight, probably. I like Meta Knight, so probably Meta Knight. Do you think Digimon Time Stranger will drop on the Switch 2? OJ, it's already been leaked for the Switch 2, so yes. I gotta watch the videos. I'm joking. But yeah, it's already been leaked for it, so yeah, it's gonna. I'm not playing a whole playlist of Buck Bumble music. You guys are insane. I'm not playing a whole playlist. So yeah. Here we go. That direct was thick. That direct was thick, baby. Wait, exclusive games, sell console. Shaw. Know your role and shut your mouth. Okay, Shaw X. How dare you say exclusive sell consoles? You know, how dare you? How dare you not know what OJ says is correct? How dare you? You Rudy Poo Candy. No, I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. Oh, man. I counted 7 game modes in total. Listen, man. I get confused. There was game modes within game modes and a game mode on top of a game mode, a slot car mode where you can unlock modes, a diorama mode where you can play a mode, you can customize a mode to make a mode, you can mode a mode, you can roll back a mode, and then you can play another mode, and then you can online time trial mode, and then you can achievement mode. Bro, there's too much. It was about 20 to 30 minutes in, I started getting smixed. About 20, 30 minutes in. There's so many modes on top of modes, customization mode, and mode. Like, bro, I don't know anymore. I don't know if I'm even gonna play all this crap. I don't even know. So I'll be playing Waddle D. Funny thing is that Failboat has a Waddle D with lips and the representation of the chat. All right, sounds good. Did I get your dono? Oh, I didn't get the. Oh, why did I get the? Oh, why didn't I mess or see that combo breaks? Justin with the $1 3 minutes ago. My bad, Justin. Sorry about that. And says also, I don't know if you remembered, but the last thing in the direct was also the final boss from Kirby Superstars. I didn't remember. No, I didn't remember. Even though I love Kirby Superstars and I played the heck out of that game back then, I totally forgot about it because I haven't played it in that long. I haven't played it since back then, you know. So I totally forgot. Gummy mode equals peak. Are we counting gummy mode as an actual mode? There's a bunch of, unless they make some real world gummies where you can unlock more gummies, that ain't a real mode. It's just a thing. Shout out Jeffrey Tucker. Thank you for your years of support on the channel, fam. I appreciate you. Let's see here. By the way, that's why I joked the chat was added into the game. Okay, you all good, man. You good. I don't know, hater, bring Digimon name to compare Pokemon is a good thing or not. Sometimes they'll be ignored more because they're being compared to the game with more love fans. I think it's a bad idea to the one thing that I'll say is this. I personally feel that if you're Digimon, you don't want your name being brought up in that type of way. You want to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. Now, I have told people if you're not happy with Pokemon and graphics, there is Digimon, but I'm only offering that as a solution. So to break the Stockholm syndrome or to break the bond or to break the chains, you know what I'm saying? I see some people get so angry about Pokemon and I'm like, well, if you're really that angry, you can express it if you want to. You can be mad. You can say that. Hopefully things change. But if you really want an experience that's so much better, maybe you should try something else. So that's all I do it for. I say, hey, try Digimon. I don't do it as a show up thing where people are like, oh, this Pokemon is trash, so Digimon is this. Like, when you do that, you lose. You'll lose when you do that. Because when you do that, people just start saying all the reasons why Pokemon's better. Pokemon has a way bigger fan base. So when I start seeing big content creators who you know don't give a damn about Pokemon or Digimon, they're just trying to get in on the conversation because they want to. When you start seeing that type of stuff, I'm like, man, this is you're just only helping the cause. You sitting here constantly talking about it is only going to get more people to buy the game. It does it's the Streisand effect. It's literally the Streisand effect. And people don't realize that the Streisand effect is real. You constantly mention something and how bad it is, people are just gonna look at that and say, no, I like it. You're not the boss of me. We got fake wizards. We got scrawny people acting all big and bad, comparing it to drugs. We got all this nonsense. That's not gonna help anything. So that's the only reason why I say this. Digimon can stand on its own 2 feet. It doesn't need to be, you don't need to put down Pokemon to prop up Digimon. And I think that it's ultimately going to hurt it doing that. Ultimately. Because you're just talking about Pokemon again. You know, at the end of the day. There is good to offer alternative and to say, hey, look, Digimon's great. And that's fine if you want to play that. But I don't think it's doing it any favors. Like, I really don't think it's doing it any favors when people do that. And like I said, it should just stand on its own 2 feet as a game. People just say it's great because it's great. Not because you want to, you know, slander something else. But we've all done it before. I've done it before. We've all done it. Looking back in retrospective, it might not be the best option for Digimon, you know, because it's connected at the hip to another game. Maybe that's unavoidable because they're both ending in Mon and they both are monster tamer games, but I don't think it's helping it out. I don't think it helps it when it comes down to it, because people, like I said, if you're someone that's not extreme on the right or the left when it comes to this Pokemon issue, you're going to research. And when you research and you look into it, you're going to see way more people talking about Pokemon than Digimon. So, I don't know, man. Thank you, Justin, for the $1 dono, though. I appreciate it. Shout outs to Paul Gale. And thank you, Big J, for the 25 months of membership. Hey, yo, man. Let's go. Let's go. It's like some people trying to convince another, try to Expedition 33 and failed. I mean, Expedition's selling on its own. So there's I mean, it's selling really good, especially for a turn-based new IP. I think it's at 5 million in sales. That's incredibly good for a turn-based RPG. It's outsold, you know, Fire Emblem. It's outsold, you know, Xeno. It's outsold a lot of JRPGs out there. So it's good. It's good. I mean, the price was good, obviously, for the game. I mean, you can get it for 30-something bucks on Steam. You can get it for 50 bucks or 50 bucks or 60 for a physical. So they've got some good pricing options for the game, and it's a really highly decorated game and all that. So it's really good. But I do think that it did stop some people because the fans were being annoying, but I don't know how many people that actually stopped though, you know? Let's see here. Comparing it to drugs. What's that narrative about? Yeah, there was some guy. There's just some guy on Twitter who's a content creator who compared liking Pokemon Legends ZA to drug abuse. Yes, that is true. So that's what I'm talking about there. Like when it starts getting to be psycho, you know, like psycho type of analysis, you're just gonna get more people to buy the game because most people don't like crazy stuff like that. Like I said, like there's 2 things I know. I've studied psychology, guys. I know. I've done communication and I've done psychology. The minute you start making wild comparisons and, you know, weird red herring type of arguments against something and it's not actual real critique, when you start acting crazy, it just gets more people to say, you're not the boss of me. Trust me on this one. I think we've all experienced that. Have you ever had somebody tell you, do this now in a certain type of way or make you try to feel bad and you're like, screw you, man. Like, who are you to tell me what to do? But then you have somebody say, hey, man, check this out. I think this because of X, Y, and Z, and here's what this is going on. What do you think about that? And you think more logically about it, right? Like, that's how most logical humans think. Now, obviously, not everybody's logical, but most people don't react very positively to people stomping on things like that. You know, they don't. Or just helps spread, it gets people vindictive or spiteful. It doesn't help your cause doing that. That's what I'll say. It really, like I said, unless you're extreme to one side and how your thought process is. But for most normal people, and once again, this is psychoanalytical, most normal people do not rationalize with psychos, with psychotic behavior. That's clearly out of bounds. And when you do, they instantly say, I don't like you. I'm going to do exactly the opposite of what you just told me. So these people that are doing this with Pokemon, they're only helping the game sell from a psychoanalytical standpoint. From what I see people saying, well, I'm going to look at Pokemon. Then they look at both sides. Logical people look at both sides and make a determination from there. Irrational people look at one side because they're biased towards one side and totally go into that one side. Most people can be fairly logical on things, so they're going to look at both sides. and you're going to see a lot of people playing and buying Pokemon and enjoying it. So you're usually going to gravitate towards the people that are more logical. Most people online, most gamers. So that's the reason why Pokemon's going to continue selling. Being completely crazy or irrational in your comparisons or your critique, that's not helping anything. That's not going to help you get your message across. It's going to get you a fan base of psychos, which if that's what you want, that's cool, you know, but it's not going to get you a fan base of people that are actually dedicated. They're dedicated to you being psycho and being mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you get burnout. That's why you get so many negative things with content creation. So that's at least that's my analysis on the situation, you know? So yeah. That's how I felt with Death Stranding. So I played it and it became one of my games. Exactly. People were being psycho with some of their comparisons. So you're like, you're not the boss of me. I'll try it out myself. Like, screw you, man. And that's how I am. When people act psycho online, I don't let nobody influence my, like, no grifter, I don't let nobody influence my opinion on it. I look at both sides. I say, okay, this is what this person's saying. Let me research. Let me look at this side. Let me look at this side. Let me look at what people are saying. And then I will make a logical decision based off of that. So, but once again, like I said, rent-due streamers are psychotic. They are psychotic. They tap into the psycho element and craziness of gamers, and they want to push you all the way towards one side. There is no nuance. There is no balance. That's why you got people damage controlling the sales numbers already. Why would you damage control selling 200,000 units? Like, why would you damage control selling 1.4 million? Why would you damage control that? There ain't nothing to damage control, bro. There ain't nothing. It's gonna do well, whether you like it or not. It's going to do well. It's like Disney. You can sit there and be psychotic on Disney. It don't matter. People are still gonna go to Disneyland. People are still gonna buy their overpriced merchandise. People are still gonna watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. People are still gonna know who Mickey Mouse is. They're still gonna know who Donald Duck is. They're still gonna play Kingdom Hearts when that game comes out. They're still gonna, Disney's just Disney, bro. Like, there ain't nothing you can do. They're still gonna own ESPN. They're still gonna own a bunch of stuff that you probably didn't even know. They're still gonna own Star Wars, right? It doesn't matter what you do. Now, once again, fair critique of Disney or their shows is fair. I'm not saying that you can't critique that. You can critique it, but when you go psycho, and all it does is just push people more towards whatever Disney does, you know? Like, going psycho on them to build some type of crazy, psychotic, or, you know, rabid fan base, that's not going to help your cause against Disney. It's just going to get more people to look at you like you're crazy, bro. I'm just going to watch whatever I want. Screw you. I'm going to watch Star Wars. I'm going to go to Disneyland if I feel like it. I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts. It don't matter what you say, bro. I don't care what you say. So that's the thing. Like, and I've seen all sorts of crazy stuff on Disney. Like, oh, they're evil. They're this, bro. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'll do whatever I want. If my boy wants to go to Disneyland one of these days, I'm going to take his butt to Disneyland. My wife, she wants to go to Disneyland. I'm not going to be like, well, you know, they did something like this. And I'm not going to do all that. My wife, she wants to go to Disneyland. We're going to go to Disneyland. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not listening to some online psycho because he hates Disneyland or because he hates Disney. Bro, I ain't listening. You know? Like, so, like I said, nothing wrong with, you know, pushing for your cause, but when it starts to get to be where it's crazy, where you're not being logical, people start just doing the opposite, you know? So yeah. Let's see here. Red Dew creators, Copymon. Didn't you mention how online discourse tainted your first run through Bayonetta with the whole VA grifting? Yeah, it really did. The whole situation with Bayonetta 3, all of it combined, dang. The online discourse, like after the game came out, the performance stuff with the game, the discourse with the VA, like all of it, it like poisoned my first playthrough. So after a while, because the game came out in like, what, October, I waited. I played it a lot. I think I beat like the first, you know, number of chapters, but I waited and I just put it down and I let all that crap die down because I have to be online for certain things. And like, I don't do this a lot. Like I said, I don't really do this a lot. And I waited for it and then I just played it in peace. I didn't tell anybody else. I didn't do anything like that. All I did was just play the game in peace. And I enjoyed it. There's definitely some issues like with the frame rate, but I just played it in peace and it was great. It was definitely like a 9 out of 10 game for me, you know, 8.5 to 9 out of 10. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 like Bayonetta 2, but I think it's better than Bayonetta 1. I think it's better than Bayonetta 1, at least what I played originally on the Xbox 360. So I'd probably rank it like Bayonetta at the top, Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3, Bayonetta 1 in that order, and then Bayonetta Origins. I mean, that game's okay, but it ain't as good as the other games. So yeah. I can't help it but shout when I see it. so yeah, man. Psycho like Psycho Pie. Yeah, Psycho like Psycho Pie. What's up, Shane? Racing games are not your thing. I missed the direct. Kirby Riders looks really fun though. Kirby Riders looks fun. Kirby Riders, it's a mix of like it's like a combination of like racing, and other stuff as well. Combat, racing, all sorts of stuff. Shout outs to Kevin with the $5 dono and says, can I get music from Mario RPG and Shadow Hearts? Yeah, I got you, man. Thank you, Kevin, for the $5 dono. Let's start with Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts music. All right, let's go. Rent's Due creators. Yeah, Rent Due. I just call them Rent Due creators. You know what I'm saying? Rent Due creators. Oh, man. Got the Shadow Hearts main theme. We got Mario RPG up next. I saw someone say that this is true. People feel like they have to have a stance on every single decision a company makes now for some reason, and the culture is cautious. Yeah, I think I see a lot of that. Everybody thinks like they have to have some type of like, I'm taking a stand, or I'm some type of activist or something like that. And it's just weird and corny. That's not how gamers acted back then. Back then it was like, yo, man, if I want to buy it, I buy it. If I don't, I don't. But now people want to turn into like, you know, like you know, activists when it comes to gaming. It's like, it's weird, you know. It's weird. But yeah, everyone feels like they have to have like a certain stance, or have like put your foot in the ground, or draw a line in the sand for everything. And like, you don't need to do all that. It's not always needed, you know. But like I said, people are allowed to do whatever they want. So yeah, people are allowed to do what they want. Let's see here. Thank you for the $5 though. I saw, but yeah, it is what it is though. Like I said, the cope is real. I'm gonna get working on that video though. Like, how many hours have I been streaming? Am I gonna give you guys the 3 hours? Oh yeah, we're pretty much right about 3. So I went the full 3. So I think we can kind of we can probably just kind of stop it there. But I'm gonna work on a video for you guys, a comprehensive breakdown of the Pokemon situation. The Pokemon Legends ZA sales, and what this means going forward, because we got a for those who don't know, we got a big update that basically just disproves all the grifter stuff, which we already knew that was going to be a thing, but you know, whatever, when it comes down to that. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss that in a vid overall. So it should be good. Should be good overall. You guys get ready for that. I'm gonna start working on that video right now. And check out my other videos. If you have not seen my other videos, check out my other videos. I got some good stuff that I was cooking up yesterday as well. So let me give you guys a link to that. So good morning, General Zamora. I think you missed the direct. Oh wait, hold up. Let me give you guys the right link here. Hold up. Yeah, if you haven't seen my most recent video, check out my most recent video. I think it's pretty fun. So, all right, here we go. There we go. Check out my most recent video. Half my day is over. Thanks again. Hey, no problem, man. I'm glad I can help you get through your workday or whatever the case is, you know? Glad I can help you get through your workday. But yeah, check out my most recent vids, guys. I had some good stuff. Okay, so some more housekeeping to do. We've got a big Pokemon stream that's going to be going down on Saturday. We're giving away 3 copies of Pokemon Legends ZA. So giving away 3 copies of the game. So I think I'll probably make a YouTube community notes a post on the community page. And I might make a video on it, like a big giveaway, just so I can go over all the giveaways that we're going to be having, because we're going to be having a bunch of giveaways and updates to the channel. So I think I might just make a video on that, maybe for tomorrow, for Friday. But today I got to make this video talking about the Pokemon stuff. So we're going to talk about that, breakdown of the sales numbers and what this means, and the games and going forward, and what we can see with Pokemon Gen 10, and all sorts of stuff like that. So should be a fun video to make that as well. But yeah, check out the most recent video. Also, another thing, guys, we also have a marathon stream that we're going to be doing probably next week. I can't lock down the day right now, but it's going to be before Friday next week. So we're going to have probably about 6 hours of gameplay, 5 to 6 hours of gameplay, which is a marathon for me because I'm old. So we're going to have a marathon gameplay stream where we're going to be playing a bunch of different games. If you're a member, you're going to be able to vote and choose what potential games that I play on Switch 1 or Switch 2. We might even throw in Ninja Gaiden there if we get enough votes for like games. So we're going to do a couple different posts on what games, like the game to start out with. And I might go in the order, like, you know, of what games people pick. So I'm gonna have that post up before Sunday, or maybe Sunday to Monday. We're gonna have that post up, and then we're gonna have that marathon stream next week. So look out for that. Based on how well we do, we might actually have other stuff, other games that we can switch out to, and all of that. So it should be a lot of fun. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't done a marathon stream in like a couple years. I think the last time I did it was like 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, that should be cool too. But all right, guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you guys so much for awesomeness. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, you missed it. You can rewind my stream, or you can watch the replay. It's on the Nintendo has the replay up. So yeah, you missed it. This is Tekken 4. It's called Touch and Go. So Touch and Go. It's from Tekken 4. It's a pretty cool song, pretty chill song, so I like it. Tekken 4, Touch and Go. All right. So, 2 years after the last tournament, a new chapter in the legendary battle begins. The king of the Iron Fist tournament, Tekken 4, Namco. This is before they became Bandai Namco, just Namco back then. All right, guys, thank you so much once again. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Well, play Chrono Trigger. Oh wait, you can't. It's not on Switch. I know, man. Tears, absolute tears. All right, so thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. I'm gonna go work on that video, and we'll see you